we have, ta-da! That's me, a 6-cost card, Witch of Calamity, Millie Parfait! I'm just lazing with Lucy here. Oh, there's even going to be a special signed version of this card. Yes, I signed it. I'm gonna evolve too! And now, these are the leader cards you could use as your avatar in game. I'll share my 7 million IQ with you and lead you to victory. Ding dong! Check out these token cards I drew myself. I even drew a bell ringer angel reference on one of them. Please, use them however you like. Now, if you want to...
Hello, everybody, and welcome back. Thank you for your patience throughout that break, but right now we are going straight in to the top cut of the Shadowverse Evolve English Edition World Invitational 2023 World Finals. These are the final 8 players that made it through 7 grueling rounds of Swiss to get to where we are right now. I'll be your caster for today, Ignitius, the official English Edition ambassador for the game, as well as Red Zone Rogue here to cast his top 8 with me. How you doing, buddy?
Dude, it has been an incredibly fun day of Shadowverse Evolve. Really, really exciting matches, and we are not done. We are not done. We are about to kick off, like Igni said, the top 8 here, culminating here at the Shadowverse Evolve English World Finals. The very first. This is the pinnacle event for the game. Very, very exciting stuff. I cannot wait.
Yeah, absolutely. Now remember, in terms of prizing, the top 8 here is already walking away with an additional copy of that promo Tia and Evolve Tia. But you want to get that Alice promo at the very end of the day, because that's like that's a big deal.
Not only is it a beautiful card, it's like a really good card, right?
It's very strong.
In the upcoming like set 3 meta, like Alice is like legit.
So we're definitely gonna pop into the first round here with Bella Boo versus Gerardo Arenas. Now, we just saw Gerardo's deck, so we'll keep it brief when we get to his deck list, but Bella Boo is running a very interesting deck. Now, to give you a bit of a primer on the 2 players here, Bella Boo came 3rd at the LA LCQ, which you attended, I believe.
Yeah. She came 3rd place, and it was actually, like, incredibly hype.
Right.
She's running a forest deck that's like pretty spicy. It's a forest deck that is unlike anything we've seen today, right? It runs some more traditional forest cards, you could say, some that are very fan favorites. I'm not going to spoil it too much here. We'll wait until we get into the actual deck list. But needless to say, people were hyped at the LCQ to see her win, and I think some people are going to be pretty hyped to see the deck list.
Yeah, I believe she's bringing basically the same deck list from the LCQ into this.
It looks like it.
It looks very, very exciting. And of course, Gerardo Arenas, we covered before, 3rd place at the Mexico Last Chance qualifier with that Control Discard Dragon. So let's go ahead and take a look at the deck list now. There it is, Bella Boo's Forest Craft deck. Whoa, Kel!
Look at this spicy number.
It is very spicy. So we got some cards. A lot of the cards are typical of Forest Craft, like Ancient Elf, Lily,
the top
Tia,
row looks pretty
Marvelous.
similar.
Okay, a bit of Archer there to help deal with the board. That's a little unusual. Fairy Circle to generate fairies, a little unusual.
Sure, yeah.
But it makes sense with the top end of the deck. Tell me about it, Kel.
All right, so there's like 3 key cards that we're going to talk about here that are fan favorites, I would say. We have Roach, right? We have a 2 of Roach. Roach is a very fan favorite card. It can put in a lot of work. Maybe some people are going to get some flashbacks from Digital. I know Roach is a very polarizing card in that, but we are running Roach. But the big 2 here, we are running the Rose Queen package. I believe she called her deck something like Rose Queen, My Beloved.
That's the name of the deck?
Yeah. So it's like, yeah, and not only that, she's got some very, very spicy versions of the card. So like Rose Queen combined with what
Arya Fairy Princess.
Yeah,
right?
Combined with that very spicy, actually like promo Arya. Just can like kind of wombo combo, right? This is like the traditional set 1, set 2 kind of like forest combo. A lot of forest players are really, really familiar with this combo. Basically just put a bunch of fairies, turn them all into thorn bursts, and just like, 3 damage, draw a card, 3 damage, draw a card, and it just, can really, really get there. It has a lot of reach, right? Especially combined with Silverbolt. We do see a 1 of Silverbolt in this list. And yeah, I think this is a really, really cool and really, really interesting forest list.
I've never seen anything like it. Like, this is completely new to me, and I am, like, shocked at this deck right now because it just is so interesting, and it just shows the level of innovation and creativity that it takes to be, like, a top 8 tournament player. bringing stuff that nobody would have expected and doing so well with it too.
Yeah, I mean, like, Bellaboo's here in the top 8 of the World Finals, so you know she's cooking with something, and it's a spicy little brew here.
And if it actually is able to get through top 8 to top 4 to top 2, if this is the world champion deck,
yeah.
I think it'll break a lot of people's perceptions of what is a meta deck in this game. So
that's a very real possibility at this point, right? There's a very good chance.
Even like the little techs are very interesting too. The one of Surefire, the one of Execution for potential enemy amulet like a Rites or a Leonidas Resolve, and then also 2 Noble Fairy. Now that's a card I haven't even seen in so long, being able to destroy an enemy follower if you combo 3 and then summon a fairy token for the opponent. So so interesting.
It's just a nice little like unconditional removal, just blow up their thing, and
it has war too, so like that fairy can't go through even though you give them one. Like it can't come through the noble fairy either.
I think I think you don't care too much about the fairy, honestly.
Yeah, like whatever.
Yeah, it's a fairy.
You can take it out with Archer or May, right? So it's fine.
Yep, you're running both May and Archer. In fact, speaking of Archer, let's take a look at her Evo list to see how many Archers she's running in here. So we do have a 1 of Archer. Got the standard Ancient Elves, running 2 of those. Lily is an all-star, honestly. She's just incredible.
3 of course. Yeah, right.
We've got that Roach that I mentioned, 2 of Rhinoceroach. And then, of course, 1 of Tia. And your new Forest favorite, Silent Suzuka.
Yeah, that card is so strong. And is that the SP version? Yo, Bellaboo kind of blinged out the deck.
Yeah, spicy. I dig it. I really dig it. There's a couple of important things to note, right? There's only the 1 of Suzuka. There's only the 1 of Tia.
Yeah.
Once she evos these are gone. Same with the Archer. So these are cards that she wants to deploy at the appropriate time as to maximize the usage of them.
Well, that's the opportunity cost, right? Like, you're running a lot more options, like the Rose Queen Arya package for even more reach, but because of that, you have to scale back on your consistent options that you know are good in order to get this combo to maybe work. So, but if it actually ends up working out, and we see that, I mean, made it to top 8, so... Yeah,
she knows something, you know?
Yeah.
Very cool list.
I'm extremely excited to see this list in action. And up next, on the other side of the table here, we have Gerardo Arenas deck list. It is one that we saw earlier, so we're not going to go into it too much. Let's keep it brief. Discard Dragon, you ramp, you discard a bunch of stuff, your Dracomancer's Rights burns them down. This is a more controlling list with the Path to Purgatory and Olivia being able to make the game go really long. And then finally the 1 of Imperial Dragoon, which is able to come down, destroy everything, and then have additional ping damage off of the Dracomancer's Rights, and hopefully that coupled with a Forte or 2 or 3 ends up finishing the game. I
mean, like, honestly, too, I mean, we saw this on stream earlier, and if you didn't catch that game, I highly recommend go and watch it. It was versus Haven. Very cool match. It looked like it was going to be like a speed run, but they kind of settled into their paces, and you got to see really the decks shine. And if you're not familiar with Dragoncraft too much, especially like your standard discard list, stuff like Path to Purgatory, stuff like Dragoon aren't typical picks. So like this deck is also a fairly spicy deck.
Yeah, very much checked out and much more controlling than your usual Dragoncraft. And I'm really curious to see how these two, one extremely rogue and one slightly rogue deck are going to match up against each other.
I dig it. Let's go ahead and take a look at his Evo list just to kind of go over it again. So similar to Bellaboo's, we have like a wide swath of options here. Obviously, you have the 3 carrots for the very hungry Oguri Cap. You're 1 of Shenlong because it's obligatory, right?
2 Fortes because like getting that 7 damage face with Aura is especially really important.
Very good.
2 Dragon Warriors to maybe do a 2-for-1 and 1 Bellringer to do an early game ping on a follower that is a problematic early game follower that you want to get off the field immediately, and of course the 1 of Imperial Dragoon as well.
Yeah, the Evo version, being able to draw 3 cards, kind of replace your hand, just great stuff. Excellent.
All right, those are the deck lists, and I'm really excited to get into the game. But before we jump into the match, I want to remind everybody that not only do we have a poll that you can vote on to predict who is going to be the winner, we also, of course, have the giveaway coming out after, where we give away a pack as well as do some trivia, and we just got the bracket for the top 8, so let's go ahead and go into that now and take a look at all the players and how we're matching up. So we got Justin Mao, the Sydney Regional Champion, up against Ramen, Bellaboo, and Gerardo Arenas, as we have seen here. up against that, after that, is the bottom half of the bracket, we have Daniel Yanto from the Jakarta Regionals, 3rd place in Indonesia, up against Kay Strider, the 3rd place Illinois Regionals, and we got Juan C from the Last Chance Qualifier in Mexico, the champion of that event, and Ryan K, we saw earlier in the day as well.
We did.
The Kaguya Haven Craft, who came 2nd at the Houston Regionals. So, yeah, many, many very talented players here, and I cannot wait to see how these matches go.
Yeah, I'm there with you. This seems like a very, very cool and interesting top 8. We have, 4 different crafts represented, though there's like different variations
They're
of
also
them.
not the crafts you think.
I mean, we're about to watch a spicy like Roach Forest deck, right?
Right.
With like against a Dragoon Dragon.
Right,
like,
exactly.
Very cool.
So I'm super excited to get into the game. We have the players seated at the table right now, across from each other. They are about to begin, and I, for one, cannot wait. Who's going to come out on top? We saw Gerardo play an amazingly played game up against Ryan K in this round 7 of Swiss. Can he carry that momentum, or is Bellaboo's very strange and interesting deck list gonna be able to overcome this? Now, apologies, the overlay is a little mistaken here, but we just got it fixed up for you there. Bellaboo should be playing Forest Crafts, so just give it 1 second and it should update for you. But yeah, immediately starting with a fairy circle to generate 3 fairies.
Yeah, just getting those fairies in there. The fairies, double as board presence and potential combo-ness in the future, in the late game here. Running out some...
Ooh, immediately just using a guidance to draw a card.
Oh yeah, just seeing how fast she's playing, you can tell that she just like
super
knows
experienced,
this deck inside and out.
Well, I mean, it's like her baby. Like it's like a super original deck that she top 3'd an event with, and now top 8'd Worlds with. So
you saw the bling in the deck. There's been a lot of love put into it.
It's very reassuring, the absolute confidence that's happening here. And meanwhile, Gerardo does put out a Bellringer Angel, which is going to get pinged by the Elfchild May. And there is the Marvelous Sunday bringing back the Elfchild May, pinging the Bellringer once again. And you can see the pace of the plays.
Yeah. She's like, yep, I know exactly what I'm doing here. I've played this. I mean, you've got to know that she's played against Discard Dragon a whole bunch. I'm not sure if she's played against a Discard Dragon that also is running Dragoon, but, she's definitely familiar here.
Oh, yeah, she definitely practiced the matchup, but, like, whether or not Gerardo's, like, weird techs are going to come into play and actually end up making the difference, let's find out. We are going to be spending an evolve point here to get that Dragon evolved and getting rid of that Marvelous Sunday. I hate Sundays, all right? I'm anti-Garfield. Mondays are the best.
For some reason, when you said Sundays, I immediately thought you meant ice cream, and I'm like, how dare you? How dare you, sir?
Yeah.
Sundays are, I can give or take. But I mean, like, this is a nice little tempo play, right?
Fridays are better than Sundays. Okay, don't at me.
I definitely agree. No argument there. No argument there.
All right, Silent Suzuka coming in just straight in for the storm damage, getting the dragon down to 16 defense very early on here. Now, Gerardo is a controlling deck, but can you withstand the pressure? Like, a lot of the time, Dragon, if you just pressure them enough, they can't react fast enough. Like, the conflagration has to come out next turn, not this turn. That's only a single body. Does the Dragon Warrior have to trade here? Oh, no, Dragon Warrior is going face.
Oh, wow. Yeah, just all face all the time.
And we got the Dragon Song Flute in play, though.
Yep, paying that extra fanfare cost, drawing the card, getting the
Hellflame Dragon.
Yeah, and this dragon does have rush, so this makes a lot of sense why you're sending in the more healthy dragon face and sending the token into the unit there.
Hellflame is made to be traded, okay?
Yeah.
Do not weep for Hellflame Dragon.
Poor Hellflame Dragon.
What is my purpose? To trade it to Silent Suzuka. Oh my god. All right.
Oh no.
Lily comes out, and so does Tia.
All right. All right, yeah.
All right. Oh, you're getting Tia from the... Okay, all right.
Yeah, she's just playing...
From the draw, that's right.
Playing fast. And here we have good old Evo on the Lily here.
The fact that Lily also cycles is so good.
I mean, Lily's like very, very good, and she just dunks the follower into the bottom too.
Right. You're never seeing that ever again.
Doesn't even have the courtessy of actually like
putting
killing
it. No proper burial for you.
Yeah, nope. On the bottom of your deck. Never to be seen again.
All right. Now I see in Gerardo's hand, I see the one of Shenlong already.
Ooh.
You can see that, right?
I mean,
so that's probably going to come out either this turn or the turn after for the evolve.
Yeah, he does have his Evo points going second.
I see. Ooh. I'm just trying to squint. Is that a Forte, perhaps? It is indeed.
I do see a Forte, yeah. definitely good to note. I mean, like, Bellaboo's board isn't particularly threatening here, right?
No.
Some small units.
So you can just Forte face, I'm thinking.
Yeah.
And Bellaboo doesn't have any play points open, so no way to react, especially if you evolve into Aura.
Yep.
Now it's untargetable unless being attacked, so it's going face for 7 damage. This is just like the last game. We were like, oh, this is a control deck. It's going to combo in the end game. And no, it's just going super fast early game until they get to their later game overflow.
I think what's interesting about both of these decks is they want their opponent to be at certain life thresholds so they can kind of do their their wombo combo things. There's the Thorn Burst from Forest. There's the Storm and also the Dragoon stuff coming in from Dragon. And they're very content to just like, I'm just going to go face.
Yeah, and that Fairy is just going to run in. Is there a way to... Oh!
Well, speaking of which...
Speaking of fairies, there's Arya flooding both the field and the EX area with fairies.
Yep, maxing it out. That's basically what she does. Comes in play, wards up, and fills everything with fairies.
Wow, now that's a board. And because they have Rush, they're able to trade in as well. Now that is a card.
Well, I'd like to point out, this is a starter deck card.
We saw so many today.
Yeah. I actually really love to see that. Super powerful cards from the starter decks here at the World Finals.
Arya, Mithril Golem, Tazuna Hayakawa.
Yep, Tazuna. Wild. Absolutely wild. I mean, the ward from Arya is, like, not irrelevant either. It's just, like, protecting her life, being like, hey, you know what, if you're going to try to Forte me again, you're going to have to put in a little bit more effort.
Right, yeah. Or do you want to, like, Blazing Breath me first, or, like, Serpent Wrath me? And also, if you clear my board, I still have 5 guys in my EX that I can transform into Thornburst very soon, so... I mean... There's Conflagration.
I haven't seen... I mean, Conflagration makes a lot of sense here. I haven't seen Bellaboo's hand. I don't know if she has a Rose Queen in there.
I'm not sure why you would... Like, in the EX area, you're not actually doing much with the fairies if you're not Rose Queening them. So I think even... Oh!
She literally just top-decked it.
Oh, there you go.
You saw the spice. Does she just run it out now?
I think playing the Arya is just a good play, first of all, but also just, like, you're not using these fairies for anything else, so you're fine just having them sit there until you draw your Rose Queen anyway, so it's fun.
And she has, I think she also has her one of Silverbolt in hand. She's got a lot of burn in hand.
Yep. What if you just play Silverbolt now into Rose Queen?
She's got the 7 play points.
Yeah.
She's not really threatened by anything. Gerardo only has the flute on field. I mean, even with at 11 health, like, Forte's not even threatening her life.
It is there. We see that. She's really considering it as the first card in her hand.
She has literally Silverbolt and Rose Queen. She's just got the burn, and you know she's got to be thinking, can I win in the next 2 turns, right?
Yeah.
Like,
but remember, this is Gerardo's deck, which is a little different, so.
Yeah.
But then again, Gerardo is mostly teched for board, if you think about it, like with the Path to Purgatory.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Bellaboo is mostly packed on burn. So I don't know if Gerardo's techs against the current field are going to work against Bellaboo's rogue list.
Yeah, I mean, like, she can flood the board, but she doesn't really care about it in the long run. She's like, I don't care, I'm just going to turn them all into Thorn Bursts and just go face.
Yeah. Wow, Bellaboo's list kinda awesome.
It's sweet, dude. I dig it. I really, really dig it. Considering the fairy, maybe.
Oh. That Silverbolt is like whispering to her like the Green Goblin mask right now, for sure.
You know she's got to be running like all the math in her head. There's like pluses and minuses floating around. She's just like trying to map it all out.
Play me.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
I mean, 7 play points is the cleanest thing to do, but it's the best thing to do. And if we see the hand, we know that there's Tia in there, right?
It curves really well into Rose Queen, right?
Yeah, that's true.
7 into Rose Queen being 8.
And then you Thornburst,
yeah,
Thornburst the turn out.
You just Thornburst.
Yeah.
Maybe her consideration is if my play here is just Silverbolt, dome you in the face, and then on his turn he just gains a bunch of life.
With Shenlong.
Yeah, and but she doesn't obviously know that he has Shenlong, but she's got to be thinking about that.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's not just Shenlong. We've seen other dragon lists run other life gain cards. So
this
she's
one
just
in particular has Olivia, for example.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you just have to calculate that. If I Silverbolt now, is it going to be like worth it?
Yeah, because if she Silverbolt's here and then Gerardo just plays Shenlong or Olivia, then Gerardo has the board and she's behind on tempo. She lands Rose Queen, but they have a board that is still unanswered, and they can swing with a Oguri cap the turn after, for example.
Yeah, it looks like here that she is gonna just opt to play out and be more board presency, right?
And the Tia from hand is played. She does play a fairy circle as well to get more fairies in the EX, and Eve comes out.
Activate combo as well.
Fairy circle plus Tia into Eve. Nature's guidance, the Tia back.
Yeah. Bounce it on back.
Play it again. Play another Eve.
All right, yeah. This is the spice, right? And I think this card is going to represent
Eve here.
Eve, right? Yeah. So we got 2 Eves. This is a kind of a big board, right?
Yeah, and remember, we just saw Gerardo spend a con flag. So.
Exactly, yeah, and she's got to be thinking about that. Like, if I don't think I can secure the kill here, the more tempered play is to be like, play for board, establish the presence, make you have the removal, make you be on the back foot here, because I have the tempo. I like that. Very, very like tempered. And she still has the Rose Queen to follow up.
Yeah, and it's not like, you always have the Silver Bolt in the bag. So like it's not
exactly, right? You can just kind of sandbag the Silver Bolt and just let loose whenever you need to. Kind of like as a surprise kill.
You could even Rose Queen first because Thornburst does refill your hand anyway. So.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Gerardo is in... I believe the colloquialism is in a pickle.
Yeah, he's in dire straits. He's up a very unpleasant creek, as they say.
Right, he's up a fairy creek. All these little fairies like poking and prodding him.
And again, Conflagration just spent. Gerardo running out of options. Just using Shenlong is not going to be enough to do anything against this board.
He's only running 2 conflags in his entire deck, right?
Yeah.
Only 1 more in the whole list.
And if he leaves his board up, Bellaboo just swings all face.
Yeah, she just attacks.
Into a Silver Bolt, and then that's...
I mean, like, so Gerardo needs to, like, clear the board, and we have 2 4/4s. Like, this is 10 power on board, right?
Okay, we're going to discard a Trail of Lights.
All right, I mean, it's a good way to start. Get a little bit of...
if this is another Conflagration, it's not. It's Bellringer.
No, Bellringer's probably not gonna do it.
No, it's just a little guy. A little ding-dong.
Just a little ding-dong.
Oh, boy. This is a problem on the other side of the board right now, Cal. Bellaboo played this incredibly tempered, and it's paying off in dividends.
I mean,
and you saw she took her time to really think it through.
Yeah.
And this was the optimal play, in my opinion. So it just makes a lot of sense.
I mean, that's exactly why she's here in the top 8, right?
Yeah.
Like, she knows her deck in and out. She knows the lines. And she's very well prepared for it. So we do see the Evo on the Bellringer doing a little bit of damage.
Just to clear
just
the
to make it so you can't bounce that and do the same thing again.
Yeah, that bounce was backbreaking, honestly.
Yeah. Oh, dude. And so...
I think I'm thinking that Gerardo is maybe regretting spending that Conflagration so early against a board that was relatively weaker than this one, right? Like,
all right. So Gerardo
Forte face
plays Forte. Is he just jamming Forte face? All right.
Forte face and warding up. Yep, that's the play. I mean, he can't attack anything else. He doesn't have a sail, so.
Yeah. So now it's like a numbers game for Bellaboo, right?
Yeah, but this has ward 2. Is Silverbolt enough to swing over?
I'm not sure how many cards she has in her hand. She does, like we talked about, she does still have the Rose Queen. Checking his discard pile to see just kind of like what he's been playing. Maybe looking at con flags.
Or what's available in his hand or in his deck as well.
Yeah.
Seeing what are the likelihoods.
She still has 2 4/4s on the field. She's got a pretty good board presence, but she has 9 potential damage, only 1 fairy, so she can't just fairy into the.
There it is! Let's go! Rose Queen is played, transforming 5 fairies in the EX area into 5 Thorn Bursts. Now she has a lot of burn in the back. Oh my goodness!
Thorn Burst. Pretty spicy card, right? It's a card that deals 3 damage wherever she would like, and then also it
recovers 5 play points.
Yeah, draws a card. This is sweet.
Oh my goodness! With 5 available play points still after that Rose Queen play, we're gonna see an Elf Child May here being able to ping off the Bellringer Angel, and that means the 2 Eves can swing face.
Oh no! This is a lot of damage.
Okay, that's 1 Eve face, I believe.
So Gerardo has 1 play point open, Overflow active. Does he have a Blazing Breath? Or is he just going to take the 4? He's just taking the 4 here.
Taking the 4.
Taking the 4, Chief. We have the
another
second one.
Eve swinging.
Coming in for 4 again.
If at 6-2 Thornburst is lethal.
Yeah, she's got the play points for it. He knows
There's
it.
Blazing Breath, though, being able to take out that Eve.
Yeah, you have to.
You otherwise you just lose.
Yeah, you're just dead on board.
Yeah.
And now we enter the Thornburst game.
Does Malibu just play 2 Thornburst face?
I mean, she's.
Oh, taking out the Forte.
Yeah, I mean, notably, this Forte is not evoed, so.
It doesn't have aura.
Yeah, no aura here.
And a Harvest Festival.
Okay, yeah, you know what? Even though she did the combo, this is, once again, we're seeing a more tempered play here, not just going face.
Well, because she's also at 7 defense, so she's worried any swing from Gerardo's side could end up winning the game, right?
Yeah, 7's a bad number to be against a dragon, right? That's the magical Forte number.
Is there a Forte or is there a Oguri Cap?
Oguri Cap, yeah, 8 play points. We're in Oguri territory.
Yep. We're in Oguri country now.
Give me them carrots.
But I don't think he has it.
Yeah, I mean, like, notably, Bellaboo does not have ward, right?
Yeah.
She's got a lot of followers on the field, but no ward, no way to protect herself. So even though she did a pretty sweet turn, she's still fairly vulnerable in this position, right?
I'm not even sure what Gerardo could do here because I don't spot lethal. He does have a Rico Kashimoto.
He's got Rico.
But that only does 3 damage for 6 play points, I believe.
Yeah, I mean, it could take care of a couple, pieces of her board, but he needs to kind of finish the game here.
Okay, Dragon Oracle to draw.
He's just gonna.
Is it Forte? Is it Forte?
Dig for answers.
It's Trail of Light.
Oh,
well,
no.
you can use the
immediately discard. Yep, I got another draw.
Is it Forte? Is it Forte? Is it Forte? That's the question, right?
Yeah. Flip it. No.
No, it's Tamamo Cross.
Oh no.
Which is not relevant in the current matchup even.
Oh, I've been there playing Dragon, just trying to top deck your Forte for the win. Still 6 play points.
But where is she?
Not there.
You can play Dragon Oracle for draw, but like, that's pretty desperate.
Then you go down to 4, and it's not enough, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Not enough play points to play Forte and Evo.
Yeah, not enough for the Evolve.
Oh, yeah. In a very rough situation here. Because you can't just, like, wipe her board. That's not what you're truly scared of. You're scared of all the Thorn Bursts.
Yeah, even if you wipe the board with Rico, getting them down to 4 defense.
Yeah, I mean, here's
the only
Rico.
way.
And Rico is going to be able to do a nice little 2-for-1, right? But I'm not sure it's going to be enough.
It's not going to be enough with no empty play points, or with no available play points, I should say. And 4 Thorn Bursts in the back.
That's all of Gerardo's play points. He has no other options here. Staring down 4 Thorn Bursts.
Oh my goodness. Thorn Burst face, Thorn Burst face, Thorn Burst face.
That's 3 damage. Draw your card. You gotta play through the go through the motions here.
Right, but it looks like this is gonna be over.
Thorn Burst face. Yep.
Wow, Bellaboo's deck is incredibly impressive.
Burst face.
I did not expect to see this in the World Finals, but you were talking this up like before the event, telling me like this deck is super hype, this deck is super strong at the California LCQ, and I was expecting a bit more of a traditional Forestcraft deck to make it through, but the Roach, Rose Queen, Arya endgame ended up being such an important factor. No ward mattered. Like the Shenlong was a potential option if it was against a traditional Forestcraft deck. But no, with just Silverbolt and Thorn Burst, you had the threat of ending the game at any point in time.
Just so much burn, dude.
It's incredible.
Just so much. What I really like about this deck is like it's like difficult to gas out. Like between the Thorn Burst and just the whole combo potential, you have the backup with your Silverbolt. It's just a super spicy deck.
Yeah, and only one of Silverbolt because you're going to be doing most of your damage through Thorn Burst anyway. Exactly. And that Silverbolt can come out at any time because Thorn Burst draws you a card.
Yeah, the best part about Thorn Burst is it's just like it draws you a card, but unlike cards that you play from hand, this is just chilling in your EX area, right?
Yeah, so it's just not going minus.
It's
like
just +1 card.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sweet.
Wow,
very
incredible performance from Bellaboo, who is going to be moving into the top 4, and Gerardo, unfortunately, gonna be eliminated here in the top cut. And I think Ryan K is very happy about that because Ryan K did lose to Gerardo in round 7. Now with Gerardo out of the picture, maybe Ryan K is like, my haven is gonna come.
you the question here. Just make sure to type join into chat.
Oh, that's right. Yes, you have to type
eligible.
join.
Yes. All right, this question, I like this question. This question, if you're, let's just get into it. I'm not going to preface this. This is a fun one.
All right.
All right. What follower does the fanfare ability of Gourmet Emperor Kaiza put into play?
For players of the digital game, you should know this name and be familiar with him. Let's get into the options. Option A, is it Ultimate Carrot? Option B, Hamza, the duck. Option C, Goblin, or option D, none.
Yeah. It is up to you to decide what the right answer is.
That's none, N-O-N-E, not none, N-U-N, just to make sure. There are a lot of N-U-N nuns in this game.
Right. That's a fair
N-O-N-E.
fair distinction. Yeah. Right. As in none followers.
Yeah.
Right.
So make sure to type join in the chat and make sure to answer the question for a chance to win a single Flame of Levitine booster pack as well as a signed card from either me or Chris.
Yeah.
All right, and also remember, anybody who's won the raffle already, check your whispers on Twitch because we are trying to reach out to you to get you your prize ASAP. All right, well then, Kel, first round of top 8 done, and you know, what?
Dude, we got 2 more rounds before we crown the very first Shadowverse Evolve English World Champion. If that first round was any indication,
I was like speechless. Yeah.
The next 2 are gonna be as excellent. I'm so stoked for them.
Like if that was just top 8, what's top 4 gonna look like?
Yeah.
Is what I'm thinking.
We got top 4. We got finals. So much more Shadowverse Evolve coming your way.
And remember, guys, we do also have a very special announcement, first world premiere that you want to stay here for. So make sure you stay tuned as well. But first, we're going to take a quick break before we go into top 4. We'll see you back right after this.
The flame of Levitan rises, and new heroes must answer its roar. Will you join the adventure? Booster Set 3. Flame of Levitan, now on sale.
Introducing the first crossover set. Uma Musume Pretty Derby is coming to Shadowverse Evolve. Now on sale.
Shadowverse, which took the world by storm, greets a second dawn. As a trading card game. Arise, warriors. Be anointed in light, and soar towards a horizon more brilliant than you've ever seen before. Shadowverse Evolve. Build a deck to conquer a new age. Choose from 6 classes. Swordcraft, Runecraft, Dragoncraft, Forestcraft, Havencraft. And the Shadowverse Evolve Original, Abysscraft. Further bolster your forces with cards from the versatile neutral class. And grow your power beyond reckoning. Storm the battlefield with powerful followers. Or control the tides with masterful spells. The future glows at your fingertips. It is time for the newest chapter of our long, ever-shifting story. Shadowverse Evolve.
Millie Parfait from Nijisanji EN's third wave, Etheria! Today, we'll be taking a look at the upcoming collaboration between cards in Shadowverse Evolve, featuring me! Without further ado, let's take a look at my cards, shall we? First up, we have our one-cost card, which is called It's a Sweets Buffet. That's me and Lucy, stuffed after all that candy! Next, we have... Ta-da! That's me, a 6-cost card, Witch of Calamity, Millie Parfait! I'm just lazing with Lucy here. Oh, there's even going to be a special signed version of this card. Yes, I signed it. I'm gonna evolve too! And now, these are the leader cards you could use as your avatar in-game. I'll share my 7 million IQ with you and lead you to victory! Ding dong! Check out these token cards I drew myself. I even drew a bell ringer angel reference on one of them. Please, use them however you like. Now, if you want to play with my cards, you could add me to an Earthright Runecraft deck. You can activate my ability to make your next spell cost 4 less, so you can play cards like Golem's Protection for free. You can even use this on your opponent's turn, so you could use cards with Quick, like Fiery Embrace, to surprise them. Oh, I also play well with Juno's Secret Laboratory, and Remy and Rami Witchy Duo, since I also create a magic sediment. And that's all the cards featuring me in the upcoming set. They'll all be available in the third booster set, Flame of Lavatane, releasing February 2nd!
The flame of Leviathan rises, and new heroes must answer its roar. Will you join the adventure? Booster Set 3, Flame of Leviathan, now on sale.
Introducing the first crossover set! Uma Musume Pretty Derby is coming to Shadowverse Evolve! Now on sale!
Shadowverse, which took the world by storm, greets a second dawn. As a trading card game. Arise, warriors. Be anointed in light, and soar towards a horizon more brilliant than you've ever seen before. Shadowverse Evolve. Build a deck to conquer a new age. Choose from 6 classes. Swordcraft, Runecraft, Dragoncraft, Forestcraft, Havencraft. And the Shadowverse Evolve Original, Abysscraft. Further bolster your forces with cards from the versatile neutral class. And grow your power beyond reckoning. Storm the battlefield with powerful followers. Or control the tides with masterful spells. The future glows at your fingertips. It is time for the newest chapter of our long, ever-shifting story. Shadowverse Evolve.
Millie Parfait from Nijisanji EN's third wave, Etheria! Today, we'll be taking a look at the upcoming collaboration between cards in Shadowverse Evolve, featuring me! Without further ado, let's take a look at my cards, shall we? First up, we have our one-cost card, which is called It's a Sweets Buffet. That's me and Lucy, stuffed after all that candy! Next, we have... Ta-da! That's me, a 6-cost card, Witch of Calamity, Millie Parfait! I'm just lazing with Lucy here. Oh, there's even going to be a special signed version of this card. Yes, I signed it. I'm gonna evolve too! And now, these are the leader cards you could use as your avatar in-game. I'll share my 7 million IQ with you and lead you to victory! Ding dong! Check out these token cards I drew myself. I even drew a Bellringer Angel reference on one of them. Please, use them however you like. Now, if you want to play with my cards, you could add me to an Earthright Runecraft deck. You can activate my ability to make your next spell cost 4 less, so you can play cards like Golem's Protection for free. You can even use this on your opponent's turn, so you could use cards with Quick, like Fiery Embrace, to surprise them. Oh, I also play well with Juno's Secret Laboratory, and Remy and Rami Witchy Duo, since I also create a Magic Sediment. And that's all the cards featuring me in the upcoming set. They'll all be available in the 3rd booster set, Flame of Lavatane, releasing February 2nd!
The flame of Leviathan rises, and new heroes must answer its roar. Will you join the adventure? Booster Set 3, Flame of Leviathan, now on sale.
Introducing the first crossover set! Uma Musume Pretty Derby is coming to Shadowverse Evolve! Now on sale!
Shadowverse, which took the world by storm, greets a second dawn. As a trading card game. Arise, warriors. Be anointed in light, and soar towards a horizon more brilliant than you've ever seen before. Shadowverse Evolve. Build a deck to conquer a new age. Choose from 6 classes. Swordcraft, Runecraft, Dragoncraft, Forestcraft, Havencraft. And the Shadowverse Evolve Original, Abysscraft. Further bolster your forces with cards from the versatile neutral class. And grow your power beyond reckoning. Storm the battlefield with powerful followers. Or control the tides with masterful spells. The future glows at your fingertips. It is time for the newest chapter of our long, ever-shifting story. Shadowverse Evolve.
Millie Parfait from Nijisanji EN's 3rd wave, Etheria! Today, we'll be taking a look at the upcoming collaboration between cards in Shadowverse Evolve, featuring me! Without further ado, let's take a look at my cards, shall we? First up, we have our 1-cost card, which is called It's a Sweets Buffet. That's me and Lucy, stuffed after all that candy! Next, we have... Ta-da! That's me, a 6-cost card, Witch of Calamity, Millie Parfait! I'm just lazing with Lucy here. Oh, there's even going to be a special signed version of this card. Yes, I signed it. I'm gonna evolve too! And now, these are the leader cards you could use as your avatar in-game. I'll share my 7 million IQ with you and lead you to victory! Ding dong! Check out these token cards I drew myself! I even drew a bell ringer angel reference on one of them. Please, use them however you like. Now, if you want to play with my cards, you could add me to an Earthright Runecraft deck. You can activate my ability to make your next spell cost 4 less, so you can play cards like Golem's Protection for free. You can even use this on your opponent's turn, so you could use cards with Quick, like Fiery Embrace, to surprise them. Oh, I also play well with Juno's Secret Laboratory, and Remy and Rami Witchy Duo, since I also create a magic sediment. And that's all the cards featuring me in the upcoming set. They'll all be available in the 3rd booster set, Flame of Lavatane, releasing February 2nd!
How's it going, everyone, and welcome back to the Shadowverse Evolve English World Finals. My name is Kel, also known as Red Zone Rogue, and I am joined by none other than Ignitius.
Hello, sir. And today has been such a fantastic day of competition that I am beside myself. Like, if I had to pass away right now, I would go into the afterlife.
No. Please don't.
Content. No unfinished business. But into this top 4, we have even more fantastic games. And speaking of fantastic stuff, we have fantastic stuff for the viewers as well. We have the World Finals giveaways, champion predictions. If you tell us who you think will be the champion on X, Facebook, or Instagram with the hashtag SVEEWI 2023 Finals, which stands for obviously Shadowverse Evolve English World Invitational 2023 Finals.
Right, yeah.
SVEEWI spelling bee 2023 World Finals. Before the last round starts, 3 winners will be selected to receive an exclusive playmat and both Ambassador Evolution Point cards.
Yo, dude, look at that playmat. That playmat looks sick.
That actually does look sick.
It actually looks really sweet.
Hey,
it's
like, can I enter this? Or,
I mean, here, hold on. Let me pull out my phone. I'm gonna go post on all of these.
So make sure you tell us on X, Facebook, or Instagram with the hashtag on the screen right now, and you too could win an exclusive playmat and 2 signed Ambassador cards.
Yeah, and don't fret, we will be going over the bracket so you can appropriately predict your player.
So just give us a little bit as we get into the bracket soon, but I also want to remind you guys that we have a poll up for this current round, so you can vote who you think is going to win, as well as the trivia after the round, so that you can win a booster pack, as well as a signed Ambassador card from either me or Chris Different Fight. Now, let's get into the bracket for the top 4.
Oh yeah, let's get into this.
Because each round we are only looking at 1 game, so it is interesting to see who is moving forward. Over on the top, we have Justin Mao taking it over Ramen. We did see the Bellaboo game versus Gerardo, and Bellaboo won that one. Then my boy, sorry, unbiased caster, Daniel Yanto from Indonesia Regionals, who I met in person, so I hope you can forgive a little bit of excitement, making it into top 4. And Ryan K, actually, who lost earlier to Gerardo, actually making it through to top 4 when Gerardo hadn't. So very interesting there.
Yeah, very, very interesting. I do believe, was Ryan K the player on Haven?
The Kaguya.
Oh, yeah, Kaguya.
That's what the K stands for.
Oh, yeah, sure. Ryan Kaguya. Yeah, very, 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 very excellent. Very interesting.
And the game we are about to witness is Daniel Yanto versus Ryan K. So listen, I'm too biased. You have to tell me what's your prediction of who's going to win this one.
All right, I think it's going to be really interesting. I actually really, really like that Haven list.
Yeah, so do I. It's really interesting. Yeah, with the Kaguya and everything.
Yeah, I thought it was spicy. I thought, like, exactly, the Kaguya was a really cool include. It's a Haven list that runs Aegis, but, like, no Seraph. It, like, kind of leans more into the Amulet, you know, synergies with Kaguya. I think it's a cool list. I think it's, you know, anyone's game, to be honest. And I'm not just doing that to be, like, not, you know, impartial kind of thing.
Well, you know what? I'm going to go the other way. Daniel, you about to lose, okay? Because this Kaguya, no, I'm just kidding.
He's throwing down.
No, for real though. Like Daniel is playing, and we'll take a look at the deck list in a second. But Daniel's playing Discard Dragon, heavily teched with 2 Urds and 1 Execution. Meanwhile, we saw Ryan K's Kaguya Haven before. Very interesting list. If we have the deck list, we can go into them very soon. But here we are with Daniel Yanto's Dragoncraft deck, as I was mentioning. Lots of Amulet and Follower Banish / removal.
Yeah.
And other than that, seems pretty typical. Other than that little 4 or 5 range.
You got your like your discard package. You got
Yeah.
your flute, Shenlong, all that kind of good stuff. Like you mentioned, igniting the 1 of Execution and the 2 of Urd. We'll have to see how relevant they're going to be in this matchup against Haven.
Well, against Havencraft, the Execution can actually target like Guardian Sun, for example.
That's true. That's
but remember, Haven has Meijiro McQueen to bring it back, so maybe it's not even relevant at all. So that's a lot of interplay here.
Yeah, I mean, like, I guess it'll come down to whether the cards are, you know, on the table at the time, I suppose.
Right, right. And other than that, it seems pretty typical. Let's take a look at the Evolve list here to see how many Urd Evolves they're running, because that's going to be the real difference maker.
2 of main deck, 1 Evo.
1 Evolve Urd as well. 3 Carrots, 1 Shenlong, 2 Forte, which is typical, 2 Dragon Warrior, and 1 Bellringer as well. So a lot of people are running the 1 of Bellringer tech just to deal with very early aggression, and I kind of agree with it so far.
Yeah, I mean, it makes a lot of sense. Board control is the name of the game in a lot of these matchups, and just having something to do early game as Dragon is really important, especially if you don't have that that Dragon Oracle.
Absolutely. Now let's take a look at Ryan K's deck list. Now, we're not going to get into this too much because we did just see it in round 7 of the Swiss, but if you guys were not tuning in, first of all, check out the VOD. Second of all...
For sure, yeah.
Yeah, that was an awesome game. Second of all, this list is very, very interesting, running the 3 of Kaguya, being able to leverage the use of a lot of amulets to deal with the board, and then, of course, the end game is the very typical Aegis, buff it up with Guardian Sun, give it ward, swing it face, and then play another Aegis and evolve another Aegis, and that's your end game as well. We also have the, since we're running the Kaguya, we can run Meijiro McQueen to bring back amulets, and then we have a bunch of amulets as 1-ofs, because you can recycle them with Meijiro, like I said.
That Death Sentence
Death Sentence, yes, including the Will to Overtake as well, Hair of Illusions, and Guardian Sun, of course.
And personally, I'm a big fan of the 2 of Path of Purgatory, right?
Yes, we saw that be very relevant, especially in these games where not a lot of decks are OTKing, although that might change in the top 4.
Yeah, we'll see, we'll see.
But up to this point, a lot of decks were just on board, swing and face, but Path to Purgatory is able to deal with the entire board that way, reverse the entire thing. And with this deck in particular, you're not too sad about the Path to Purgatory dealing 3 defense to your 3 damage to your own leader's defense, because you have so much healing in the back anyway.
Yep, you got a lot of healing. You have a lot of removal with healing staple onto it, like with the Acolyte's Light.
Yep.
Yeah, very resilient. In fact, I don't want to spoil the previous game too much, but we did see he come down a little bit in health, but be able to be very resilient.
He went down to single digits, and went back up to like 15 or something.
I think he like activated Purgatory and then just gained a bunch of life.
And then went back up,
Yeah, it's wild. So don't underestimate the ability to just, be perseverant with this deck.
Yeah, and then really as long as you last a long time and Aegis comes down, then you become very hard to deal with. And then you win through that way. So
one of the things that Dragon lacks is the ability to just kind of like go over the top of Aegis.
Yeah.
If the Aegis is down, it's like just an absolute, brick wall.
Yeah, and Daniel Yanto is not running like an Imperial Dragoon for that purpose either.
Yep. It's
only Oguri Cap and Forte that are the big finishers. So is that going to be enough? Maybe the burn from Dracomancer's Rights, if you get them down early enough, then maybe you can go for it. But
yeah, maybe we can get some Fortes down early and apply a lot of like mid-game damage. It'll be interesting.
It's going to be tough, though, because remember, Dark Offering can also just target anything on your board, destroy it, and heal you back, too.
That's true,
and we're seeing that as a 3-of here, so much healing, and I don't know if Daniel has the damage to overcome it. But let's take a look at Ryan K's Evolve deck here before we get into the games. Wide breadth of stuff here, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, like, we have the 1 of Aegis, we have the 2 Kaguya, like we mentioned. Kaguya being very, very interesting, right? Generating an amulet that you can then use to, pitch to draw some cards with the offering. And then also just being a pretty decent body and having the ability to pick off enemy followers with her amulet ability. And then we have stuff like your Bell Ringer. We already talked about that in the Dragon deck. Included in this deck for similar reasons. The all-important Prism Princess to go tutor for your amulets. It's kind of like a Haven staple. Speaking of which, we have Jeanne d'Arc, another Haven staple that can kind of clear the board. Notably in this matchup, quite good at dealing with Fortes that have Aura, so you can do that board wipe damage that will affect the Fortes. Unicorn Dancer getting a little bit of life, and obviously the Umumusame include the Majoro McQueen. Who
just being able to recycle your amulets, man.
I like to think of her as like amulet shenanigans, right?
It's funny because like you run a lot of 1-ofs of amulets, and it's like actually the 1-ofs suddenly became 3-ofs because I'm running Majoro.
Just keeps coming back. Yeah, it just keeps coming back.
Very interesting deck list, and I'm very happy to see it here in the top 4. So, jokes aside about me being biased or whatever, I really don't have any dog in this. I would be happy for anybody to make it through because either my boy makes it through or a very interesting Haven deck makes it through.
Sweet deck, yeah.
Let's get into it. Man, so the players are now seated at the table facing each other off. Ryan K lost in the last round of Swiss, but was able to recuperate. Sometimes in a tournament that can take a toll on your mental, especially when you're going in with such a great record, going down to X2, and then just making it into top 8 through breakers, right? And then recuperating from that, being able to take the first round in top 8, and now here we go into our top 4 game.
Turn 1 Bell Ringer. Love to see it, right?
Love to see it.
Yeah, I mean, like the Bell Ringer's probably gonna stick around for a little while if I had to guess.
Probably, yeah.
I don't imagine to see a ton of early aggression out of Daniel here. And we have just a pass back, right?
Right.
Starting off a little bit
There's
slow.
Oracle on too, the first one we've seen of the day, actually.
Yeah, turn 2 Oracle. Any Dragoncraft player knows that's like the best feeling, right?
I do want to bring up a very interesting interaction that we saw in the last game with Ryan K, and it's something that really tests your knowledge here. Because Dark Offering is a quick spell, you can actually play it at the end of your opponent's turn before your Ephemeral Moon disappears on your own Ephemeral Moon, which was going to disappear anyway. So basically, it's a 1 play point free +3 defense and draw a card.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
Pretty sick, with like no downside. So very, very strong play there, and very knowledge testing for the Haven player.
Yeah. And we see a very like traditional Haven
Priestess.
Yep, 3 play point play. Just jam the Priestess down, immediately evo it, and go search up an amulet. Gonna be really interesting to see which amulet he chooses here. He's got a nice little package of amulets that he can choose from.
Yeah, Prison Priestess lets you like run a bunch of 1-ofs, right?
Yeah.
Basically.
And so here we get the Guardian's End. This one makes a lot of sense. You just want to make sure you have that for when it's really relevant. Just kind of get that in your back pocket.
Especially if you can pair it with Aegis, then that's your like turn 9 play, and then you're feeling really good about it.
Yeah, it's very, very difficult to overcome. So just kind of make sure you have that, especially if you already have like a bunch of removal in your hand and you're not worried too much about it. And Daniel's not exactly posing, he's not playing too many threats right now. Obviously, that can change very, very quickly. Looking at Daniel's hand, we do see a Dracomancer's Rights.
Whoa, 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 whoa! The gameplay is too intense! The camera is shaking!
Yeah, yeah.
I'm used to that from the digital game, because in the digital game, if you do a lot of damage, the camera starts shaking.
Yes.
And I'm just like, hey, are we emulating that right here?
Yeah, yeah.
All right, we see a Dracomancer's come down.
The 4D experience here. Yeah, Dracomancer's discarding the Trail of Light is like kind of like...
That's the perfect thing.
That's the optimal thing that you want to do,
right?
Yeah,
for sure.
Feels good, gain some life, and then it turns on your Dracomancers. Yeah, just kind of like clearing up the board a little bit, killing off the Prism Priestess. Here we have the
Will to Overtake.
Yeah, the one of Will to Overtake, which is going to give Ryan a little bit of card selection, smoothing out the draw.
And then, of course, remember, it can activate for 2 play points and then puts itself into the cemetery and draws a card as well. So just having that on the field is just like a way to draw a card that's passively on your board. That whenever you need a draw, you have it in the bag.
Yeah, it looks like we got 1 top, 1 bottom.
Ooh, and we do get a Beast Call Aria right away, meaning we get that Holy Falcon coming out here with that storm damage.
Yeah, just a nice little 2 damage coming on in. You definitely want to chip away as much as you can. Even though you're a control deck, getting your opponent down to crucial life points, especially as you approach Aegis territory. You really want your Aegis to be able to close out the game.
And you know, it's so tricky in terms of like, it's like an optical illusion where you think Ryan K's board is so powerful, but actually these two are amulets that can't do anything right now.
Yeah, they're just kind of chilling.
They're just chilling. And so Daniel Yanto is going to be able to evolve the Dragon Warrior and take both of these out. Of course, Bellringer activates and draws Ryan K a card. What's off the top?
I mean, he did top that card, so he should know what it is. Ooh, there's another Dragon Oracle.
Oh, yeah. So
Ramping.
Daniel is ramping really fast.
Big rampies. And then just kind of like shipping it back here.
So not only does Daniel have the evolve points, but also more play points now from
He
the
does,
double Oracle. Yeah.
He's got a lot of resource advantage. I think that's what Dragon can do, right? It's one of the big strengths, just being able to ramp over and above what your opponent is doing.
But you know, you love to see a double Oracle out of this. That's some. You ever watch the Shadowverse anime?
I have seen some.
That's some Hiro Ryugasaki energy.
Right.
Right
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Ooh, Olivia.
Dark Angel Olivia, a very versatile card here in Shadowverse Evolve, being 2 out of 4 effects. And one of them is a discard Trail of Light.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you got to go for it, right? Like, being able to rip cards out of Dragon is really, really important, and you just got to go for it.
And now at 7 play points, the Dragon Warrior is refreshed. We can use a Serpent Wrath on the Olivia and draw a card because we are in overflow now. Dragon Warrior goes to face, connecting 4 to the dome. And another Dracomancer's.
We saw this earlier from Daniel, right? Oh, no, not from Daniel. In the match that Ryan was playing before against Dragon. Yeah, exactly. So this is kind of like
for Ryan, this is like a
flashback. Yeah. I'm having the flashbacks too.
This is another Dracomancer's Decider, and now with the Ward Bellringer protecting the Dragon Warrior as well. Now Dragon Warrior can potentially swing for another damage turn on the turn after, and if Daniel gets Dragon Song Flute, this is pinging for 4 each turn.
It's so much value, dude.
Ryan K has a lot of healing, but I don't know if he has that much healing.
He's just gonna grind you down. Yeah, this is a clock.
All right, and Ryan basically passes here.
Just passes full play points up. You gotta know he's got some sort of interaction here to pass with 6 play points, right?
Oh,
and here we have
there's the Acolyte's Light quick play spell, being able to take out the Dragon Warrior and heal a little bit back.
You know, banish the card, gain a little bit of life.
Bellringer still on the field, though, being able to just stand there and hopefully protect another big threat is the idea.
Chill.
There's the Dragon Song Flute!
You just called it. And this is, like we mentioned, this is a clock, right?
Immediately summoning the Hellflame as well. Discarding Conflagration here. Getting another Hellflame in the EX area. Warding up to protect the Hellflame to potentially swing next turn.
Yeah.
And 4 damage to the enemy leader.
Presenting potentially 8 damage a turn, right? 2-turn clock on board.
Oh, we're going to use...
Got the banish.
Banishing the Bellringer, so
very
the draw
sad
is not done. Yep.
Yeah, saddest Bellringer of all time.
But how are you going to deal with that 4-3 is the question.
You gotta do it. I mean, he's got 7 play points, right? We have seen the Kaguya.
I see a Kaguya in hand.
Yeah.
This might be it.
Kaguya Evo clears up the dragon pretty nicely.
And heals you back through defense as well.
It does.
So we're going to see that in play right now.
Kaguya coming down. Pretty spicy include. Also, we're going to have Kaguya into an amulet.
Into an amulet. We're not even evolving the Kaguya.
Yeah, just using the Kaguya's base effect to clear it up. I like this. It's like...
it's very efficient clear.
Yeah, more board presence as well.
Yeah, with the Holy Falcon, and now the option to also engage this for a Tiger later on.
Yeah. He's got a couple of them waiting in the wings. I think he's just going to crack it immediately. Get that Holy Tiger.
Yeah, there it is. You got to say it every time.
You got to do it. He's the Holy Tiger, man.
And remember, the Will to Overtake is still also there for a potential draw.
True.
And another Beast Call Aria for another body potentially in the turn after. So,
yeah, just kind of setting up a nice amount of board presence here. We have Daniel, with his clock, but Ryan's...
Shenlong!
I mean, Shenlong is pretty sweet in this situation, right? You get the discard effect, potentially 5 life points. Just immediately just jam it.
Using an evolve point here to evolve the Shenlong, and we're going to go ahead and go up to 23 defense. Getting that 1 of Shenlong always just feels so good, especially now that it's been restricted. When you get it, you feel like you won the freaking Powerball or whatever.
Dude, and when you have 2 Dracomancers, right? It's just like, I believe you call that Magical Christmas Land.
Absolutely. And now we have a Serpent Wrath being able to take out a Kaguya as well. So taking out the most pertinent threat here. and Shenlong should be able to take out the Falcon if needed.
Yeah, I think that's a reasonable reasonable attack. We also have 2 activations, so he can clear the board, right? So he has 2 activations of Dracomancer's Rights. They can pick off the tiger, and then Shenlong can pick off the bird.
And you know what? Not attacking with the Shenlong to make it not engaged,
keeps
so it
it
can't
around.
be traded into.
That makes sense.
Forcing an Acolyte Slight or a death sentence out of Ryan K.
Yeah, he's saying, hey, you know what? I don't need to protect my life. I'm gonna go for your life.
I got 23. I got more than I started with, brother.
He's like, he's just sitting pretty there. And you know, the Dracomancer's right. Once again, just threatening 4 damage every single turn. Like, he's got lethal on board, right?
Daniel also got this Zernitra leader, really trying to break my caster unbiasedness here. But no, I'm unbiased. I'm unbiased. Let's see if Ryan K can bring back from this situation.
It's a pretty interesting situation to be in, right? This is kind of like the board state control matchup here, right?
Is there any other... If you play Path to Purgatory, it immediately activates. That's one way to do it, but then you're down to 6, and that's a Forte threshold.
That's rough, yeah.
So
that's
the other way...
rough. Especially since we haven't seen any Fortes at all.
Another Kaguya could do it.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. It's not looking good. It's probably either got to be Acolyte Side or Death Sentence, honestly.
All right, let's see what he's going to do here. So he's just going to...
Swing Face.
Jam in for 2. I mean, like... It is 2. It's 2.
Swing Face again, and probably, honestly, I would expect a Dark Offering here.
Let's see what he has in his hand.
Kaguya! Hey, that's a big deal!
Yeah, Kaguya will definitely help
but
in this
the
situation.
board face is full, so we need to get rid of something.
So he's got a couple play points. He can crack the card draw amulet.
The Will to Overtake?
Yeah, the Will to Overtake.
No, that costs 2.
Ah,
that
that's
costs
right.
2 to crack.
Going down to 1 play point here. Ooh, yeah, just kind of like board is full.
Board is full. The Ephemeral Moon not going anywhere.
Oh, and just pass and turn.
No Moon, just having a Kaguya there just for the heal. That's a little awkward, honestly.
Yeah, only 1 play point remaining. I think Daniel's like...
Yeah, and that Shenlong swinging face every single time.
Oh, no.
Is this Forte?
7. He's got 1 space. Yep, there's Forte. That's game. That is game, my friend.
Forte for 7. GG's. Daniel Yanto moving forward into the top 4. Top 2.
Top 2 in the finals.
In the finals.
Wow.
Now, I did have a conversation with Daniel earlier, and he told me that he had to fight a fellow Indonesian player that he was friends with in round 7 just to get into top 8.
That.
Tragic stuff whenever that happens.
Yeah.
It's very funny because in SVO Digital, there's a team called Twilight Knights, and their abbreviation is TK. So Team Kill.
Yeah.
And it happens to them all the time. And it's like, you've been tempting fate with this. Anyway, we did see a TK for the Indonesia scene, but I think whoever Daniel was able to beat out from his own scene would be very proud seeing him go right into the finals. Man.
Oh, yeah, dude. All the way to the finals. That was a really, really interesting match. We saw it earlier, the similar matchups. This time we saw the Dragon take it. Yeah, moving on to the finals. We're there.
That Dracomancer's Rights is really the deciding factor in that match.
Double Dracomancer's Rights is like... It's sweet, dude.
Yeah.
Like, just 4 damage a turn.
And it heals you.
Yeah, and he didn't even need to, like, grind him down with the flute activations, right? He was able to just kind of, like, chip here and there and then just burst him with, like, Forte and other,
with
like,
Shenlong, you activate it naturally, too, because you're already discarding anyway, right?
Yep.
And so does Oguri Cap for that matter.
And I think one of the big plays was, like, leaving Shenlong up, not warding him, and just being like, hey, you have to have some hard removal for the Shenlong. I'm not going to let you attack into it, right? I don't care about my life total. I'm healthy, so I'm just going to play for the the aggressive game, play for face.
It's a bit of a shame, though, because if Ryan K had maybe even a Dark Offering to try and dig through the deck a little more, or if there was some way to heal while digging through the deck, it had to be Dark Offering, I think. If Dark Offering drew Acolyte Slight, that would have been an even, like, the game would have gone even longer.
Acolytes would have been big, for sure.
But without Dark Offering letting you draw through your deck, and again, that really awkward turn where the Kaguya didn't even summon the Ephemeral Moon because the board was full, just for the heal, that was really tough. And the lack of wards as well once Guardian Sun was out of play.
That's true. Yeah. That's true.
So, lots of considerations there. And I think with Ryan K cursing that Dracomancer's Rights, because in that previous game against Gerardo as well, that was the deciding card.
Yeah, double Draco, dude. It's It's sweet.
It's good. So yes, congratulations to Daniel for making it into the grand finals. Now, everybody, just a quick reminder to post on X, Instagram, and Facebook your prediction for the finals winner. If you get it right, you have a chance to get a exclusive playmat as well as both signed Ambassador Evolution Point cards. Not only that, but make sure to also just tell us on every single platform with the hashtag SVEEWI 2023 finals. Do not forget that hashtag, all right? You want to enter that competition, yes. SVEEWI 2023 finals.
Yeah, it is imperative. And also, that playmat is just super sick. Just
yeah, man.
Awesome exclusive playmat.
I'm gonna exit right now. Let's go.
Hey, I mean, yeah, I said I was gonna post before, but you know, just give me a second. I'm just gonna go over here. And I'm not tweeting or anything. Don't worry about it.
All right. As you guys know, we're only taking a look at one of the matches from each round, so we are going to close out the top 4 and then go into the finals after this. But first, of course, the trivia.
World famous Shadowverse Evolve English Finals trivia. Let's get down to it. I think we have some fun ones here. Let me get out my handy dandy little trivia teller. All right.
A reminder, by the way, everybody, to join the trivia, to type join in the chat. So
yes.
Make sure you type join so that you can be entered for a chance to win that booster pack as well as a signed card from either me or Chris Different Fight.
All right, I just saw what the trivia is for this time, and it is it's a spicy one. All right.
Okay.
So, I love playing Sword, and I've played a lot of Swordsmen in my Sword deck.
Yep.
And so this question is relevant to that particular card. All right.
Indeed.
So here is the question. Which follower, when raced, has the same effect as the fanfare ability of Swordsman?
Here are your options. I hope you've been studying your Uma Musume, everybody. Option A, is it Narita Taishin? Option B, is it Simboli Rudolph? Option C, is it Biko Pegasus? Or option D, is it Fuji Kiseki?
Yeah, which one of those has the same effect as the fanfare ability of Swordsman? Go on and put in your answers, and hey, maybe you'll win a booster pack.
And you want this booster pack, by the way. Set 3 is sick.
It is actually pretty sick.
As somebody who's already played Set 3,
he's already been playing it, man.
it's good.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Yeah, I'm excited for there's some sweet stuff. I'm excited for like the heroic stuff. You got all the explosion shenanigans.
Absolutely.
I know a lot of folks are excited about the chess stuff. There's a lot of cool stuff in the set.
Yeah. Both the mix of the Fables from the Wonderland Dreams digital set, as well as the anime cards from Shadowverse Flame.
Yeah.
So that each class has at least 2 entire new ways to play. It's so cool.
Yeah,
so.
There's also like the Sweet Millie collab. Like there's a lot of excellent stuff to enjoy in the set.
Absolutely.
Sure.
So make sure you check that out. Flame of Levitine just came out like yesterday. So
yeah,
go get a box. All right, guys. Just a reminder before we head off to break before the grand finals, we do have a very, very special announcement at the end of the stream.
Dude.
World premiere, never before seen for Shadowverse Evolve. I'm not trolling, okay? You actually do have to be here.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
It's super cool.
I just saw it, the graphic for it, and my brain like flew out of my ears and then went back in again.
We geeked out for like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's sick.
Legit, all right? So make sure you stay tuned, but we'll be right back after this short break with the grand finals of the World Invitational. Don't go anywhere right after this.
The flame of Levitan rises, and new heroes must answer its roar. Will you join the adventure? Booster Set 3, Flame of Levitan, now on sale.
Introducing the first crossover set. Uma Musume Pretty Derby is coming to Shadowverse Evolve. Now on sale.
Shadowverse, which took the world by storm, greets a second dawn. As a trading card game. Arise, warriors. Be anointed in light, and soar towards a horizon more brilliant than you've ever seen before. Shadowverse Evolve. Build a deck to conquer a new age. Choose from 6 classes. Swordcraft, Runecraft, Dragoncraft, Forestcraft, Havencraft. And the Shadowverse Evolve Original, Abysscraft. Further bolster your forces with cards from the versatile neutral class, and grow your power beyond reckoning. Storm the battlefield with powerful followers, or control the tides with masterful spells. The future glows at your fingertips. It is time for the newest chapter of our long, ever-shifting story. Shadowverse Evolve.
Millie Parfait from Nijisanji EN's third wave, Etheria! Today, we'll be taking a look at the upcoming collaboration between cards in Shadowverse Evolve, featuring me! Without further ado, let's take a look at my cards, shall we? First up, we have our 1-cost card, which is called It's a Sweets Buffet. That's me and Lucy, stuffed after all that candy! Next, we have... ta-da! That's me, a 6-cost card, Witch of Calamity, Millie Parfait! I'm just lazing with Lucy here. Oh, there's even going to be a special signed version of this card. Yes, I signed it. I'm gonna evolve too! And now, these are the leader cards you could use as your avatar in game. I'll share my 7 million IQ with you and lead you to victory! Ding dong! Check out these token cards I drew myself. I even drew a bell ringer angel reference on one of them. Please, use them however you like. Now, if you want to play with my cards, you could add me to an Earthright Runecraft deck. You can activate my ability to make your next spell cost 4 less, so you can play cards like Golem's Protection for free. You can even use this on your opponent's turn, so you could use cards with Quick, like Fiery Embrace, to surprise them. Oh, I also play well with Juno's Secret Laboratory, and Remy and Rami Witchy Duo, since I also create a magic sediment. And that's all the cards featuring me in the upcoming set. They'll all be available in the 3rd booster set, Flame of Lavatane, releasing February 2nd!
The flame of Leviathan rises, and new heroes must answer its roar. Will you join the adventure? Booster Set 3, Flame of Leviathan, now on sale.
Introducing the first crossover set! Uma Musume Pretty Derby is coming to Shadowverse Evolve! Now on sale!
Shadowverse, which took the world by storm, greets a second dawn. As a trading card game. Arise, warriors. Be anointed in light, and soar towards a horizon more brilliant than you've ever seen before. Shadowverse Evolve. Build a deck to conquer a new age. Choose from 6 classes. Swordcraft, Runecraft, Dragoncraft, Forestcraft, Havencraft. And the Shadowverse Evolve Original, Abysscraft. Further bolster your forces with cards from the versatile neutral class, and grow your power beyond reckoning. Storm the battlefield with powerful followers, or control the tides with masterful spells. The future glows at your fingertips. It is time for the newest chapter of our long, ever-shifting story. Shadowverse Evolve.
Millie Parfait from Nijisanji EN's third wave, Etheria! Today, we'll be taking a look at the upcoming collaboration between cards in Shadowverse Evolve, featuring me! Without further ado, let's take a look at my cards, shall we? First up, we have our one-cost card, which is called It's a Sweets Buffet. That's me and Lucy, stuffed after all that candy! Next, we have... Ta-da! That's me, a 6-cost card, Witch of Calamity, Millie Parfait! I'm just lazing with Lucy here. Oh, there's even going to be a special signed version of this card. Yes, I signed it. I'm gonna evolve too! And now, these are the leader cards you could use as your avatar in-game. I'll share my 7 million IQ with you and lead you to victory! Ding dong! Check out these token cards I drew myself. I even drew a Bellringer Angel reference on one of them. Please, use them however you like. Now, if you want to play with my cards, you could add me to an Earthright Runecraft deck. You can activate my ability to make your next spell cost 4 less, so you can play cards like Golem's Protection for free. You can even use this on your opponent's turn, so you could use cards with Quick, like Fiery Embrace, to surprise them. Oh, I also play well with Juno's Secret Laboratory, and Remy and Rami Witchy Duo, since I also create a Magic Sediment. And that's all the cards featuring me in the upcoming set. They'll all be available in the 3rd booster set, Flame of Lavatane, releasing February 2nd!
The flame of Leviathan rises, and new heroes must answer its roar. Will you join the adventure? Booster Set 3, Flame of Leviathan, now on sale.
Introducing the first crossover set. Umamusume Pretty Derby is coming to Shadowverse Evolve. Now on sale.
Shadowverse, which took the world by storm, greets a second dawn. As a trading card game. Arise, warriors. Be anointed in light, and soar towards a horizon more brilliant than you've ever seen before. Shadowverse Evolve. Build a deck to conquer a new age. Choose from 6 classes. Swordcraft, Runecraft, Dragoncraft, Forestcraft, Havencraft. and the Shadowverse Evolve Original, Abysscraft. Further bolster your forces.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Shadowverse Evolve English Edition World Invitational 2023 World Finals. And this is the finals of the finals, okay? Because we are here in the grand finals of today. Whoever wins this will be crowned the world champion.
Yeah, the pinnacle match of the pinnacle event for Shadowverse Evolve English. It all comes down to this.
It's not only that, but it's the first ever champion for Shadowverse Evolve English Edition. So being the first ever world champ of the English edition of the game is a huge title, and you can carry that for the rest of your life.
Yeah,
so.
it's quite the accomplishment.
Everybody, I'm Ignitius, an official Shadowverse English Edition ambassador. Alongside me with, well, I'm so excited! It's Red Zone Rogue!
Yeah, how's it going, everyone? This day has been absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
Our finals here is absolutely incredible. We were just kind of like talking about it before we went live. It's going to be such an exciting match. Igni, we're there. We're there, man.
The people who are in the grand finals are Bellaboo, who made it 3rd place at the Los Angeles LCQ, versus Daniel Yanto, 3rd place at the Jakarta Regionals. It's a player from the tournament you were at versus a player from the tournament I was at.
both third place too?
Yeah, too.
Oh,
this
it's
is
wild.
The perfect narrative. So now, really, it's Bellaboo versus Daniel Yanto, but it's also Red Zone Rogue versus Ignitius.
Oh, come on, Bellaboo. I'm really pulling for you. But no, I'm impartial here. Both competitors have, you know, put in the work, put in the effort
for sure.
To make it here absolutely exciting. Both like really cool and incredible decks as well.
Yeah, and I think it's taking a lot of people by surprise here. On the screen right now, it's the top 8. You can see how they got to this position.
Yes.
But the top 8 in itself was very unique, with 4 Umas, 2 Dragons, 1 Forest, 1 Haven, no swords at all.
Oh, my poor sword friends out there. I'm sorry.
Now, despite taking up half of the top 8, no Uma in grand finals, it being Forestcraft versus Dragoncraft for the World Championship title.
Yeah, I mean, we've said it before, like, who would have guessed? Would you have guessed Forestcraft? Nay, Forestcraft that's running Roach and Rose Queen in the finals of the World Championship.
It is incredibly exciting. Was that Nay an Uma Musume pun?
I will neither confirm nor deny.
I'm so sad because we never... if there was another Uma mirror, I would have pulled out the "I've got no horse in this race" card.
We even prepped it.
We even prepped it, and it didn't happen because Forest and Dragon are at the top.
Gotta work it in when you can. Gotta work it in.
But it's extremely exciting to see these top competitors, and you know, a lot of people were sort of pessimistic, saying, "Oh, Uma's gonna run away with this."
Yeah.
Not so, not so.
I mean, Uma's still very
strong, of course.
Very good showing, but not the be-all, end-all of Shadowverse.
It just goes to show that that pre-restriction really did open up the entire metagame.
I mean, like, Forest is the perfect example of that, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, just making that Daiwa vodka less consistent means that other decks have a chance to shine, and we're seeing that right here at the World Finals. And because these players are so talented, they've been cooking this entire time, we're going to see some really interesting techs from both players here as well. So before we jump into it, let's just take a final look at the deck list of these two players. In case you're just tuning in here, Bellaboo is playing that Forestcraft deck, the very interesting one with the Roach, the Rose Queen, and the Arya for even more ways to find lethal other than just Silverbolt.
Yeah, I mean, she still is running a 1 of Silverbolt in the list, but man, the Arya and the Rose Queen really give reach. We saw it on stream, kind of popping off with the Rose Queen. Bellaboo having very tempered plays, not just immediately going face, you know, playing for the board control, playing for the inevitability. You absolutely love to see it. You have some pretty interesting, like, sweet tech cards like Noble Fairy. This is a card that I was like, wait, Noble Fairy? What does that do? I gotta look it up. Very interesting card. It's a card that 3-drop 3/3 with ward, and on combo, you just select an enemy fall on the field, destroy it, and they get a fairy token. So it's a nice little, you know, unconditional removal that creates a 3/3 ward on board. Obviously, we have those Roach, just a really good way to just to kind of close out the games as well.
Yeah, I just love the flexibility of this deck. There's so many different avenues, so many lines of play, and clearly from the speed of play we've been seeing from Bellaboo, she knows the deck inside and
100%.
out. Like, she just knows exactly what lines to go for. Been practicing probably with only this deck this entire time.
Yeah.
If I had to guess, ever since the LALCQ, I mean, it worked there. Why not work here? And it did, going all the way to top 2 with a deck of her own creation here.
Yeah, now let's take a look at her Evo deck. We've got some standard stuff here. Like, you got your Ancient Elf, you got your Lily, you got your Tia, and your one of Silent Suzuka. But once again, we got the spice. We got the 2 of Rhinoceroach and the 1 of Archer that can kind of clear off a lot of board presence. Archer just kind of shooting scatter shot.
And you know what I like about Rhinoceroach too is that it's so flexible. You can either evolve it for the damage it can deal to a big enemy threat, like a standing follower that you can't otherwise attack because they're not engaged, or you can use it to gain Storm and finish the game out alongside your Thornburst and such, right? So lots of flexibility in that one little card.
It's scary. It's a scary bug. You know, I always get flashbacks. I mentioned this before. I always get flashbacks when you see Roach.
And then it goes in, right?
I wasn't going to say it, but I'm glad you did.
All right, let's take a look at the other side here. What does Daniel bring into the grand finals here of the World Finals? It is that Dragoncraft deck. We got the 3 Bellringers, the 3 Blazing Breaths, 3 Dragon Song Flutes, 3 Oracles. Very standard stuff so far, along with the 3 Trail of Lights, Dragon Warriors, Serpent's Wraths, 3 Dracomancer's Rights, which has been the star card of the deck so far.
The action, you know, linchpin of... yeah, you saw it in the last round. If you didn't see it in the last round, definitely go and check it out afterwards. But Dracomancer's Rights just puts in a ton of work.
Especially if you get 2 on the field. You just need 2, and then you just deal 4 damage every single turn.
Just 4 damage a turn. You can split that up. It's pretty good.
It's pretty good, and it supplements the damage from your Forte, which goes face. And then here's the part of the deck that's a little strange: the 2 Erd, 1 Execution, which is really text versus the Mirror and versus Sword. Now against Bellaboo, I don't think these are going to be that relevant.
Yeah, I mean, there's not a lot of great targets, especially when Bellaboo is trying to play for like the Rose Queen combo. You can kill off an Arya here or there, but at the end of the day, there's just not a lot of targets. You don't want to, execute, the lilies or the other like small units.
One thing that is interesting is the 2 of Dark Angel Olivia can force Bellaboo to discard a card, which can limit the amount of Silver Bolt damage, so that's something to consider. But we saw in the last game, Bellaboo's hand was like full the entire time, so I wonder how relevant that's going to be as well. Of course, we have the 1 of Shenlong, the 3 of Conflagration, the 2 of Oguri Cap, and the 2 of Riko Kashimoto. Pretty standard stuff. The only thing that was a little interesting in terms of technology was the Execution and the Erd, which is not typical. But other than that, very standard list that's very, very strong. Just requires the hands of a very skilled pilot.
Yeah, 100%. We saw that, in action in the previous round, and I'm sure we'll see it in action in the finals here.
All right, let's take a look at the Evolve deck for Daniel here, just to take a look at the breadth of options. We got 3 carrots for that Oguri Cap.
Yep.
Of course, 1 of Shenlong, 1 of Erd. That's why you put it in the deck, being able to banish a card from the opponent's EX area after you put it in there.
Yeah.
Of course, Forte and Dragon Warrior at 2 of each, and the 1 of Bellringer that a lot of people have been teching in, but just to deal with some early game aggression.
Yeah, just a nice little card that can help with the early game, especially in Dragon when you're maybe don't have a lot of early plays.
What if Erd banishes a card in the EX area, and that means they get 1 less Thornburst?
You can banish a Thornburst?
Does that decide the game?
I don't know. That's actually kind of interesting.
That would be hilarious.
There's only 1 Evo Erd. There's only 1 Evo Erd. So, I mean, like, that's not nothing, right? That's something you definitely have to consider. Very, very interesting.
We're just going to have to go ahead and see. So, guys, those are the deck lists for the 2 grand finalists of the World Finals here. Remember, whoever wins this is not only walking away with the World Champion title, but also a special alternate art promo foil Alice Wonderland.
Oh, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful card.
Insanely cool card.
Yep.
And strong, too.
Yeah, powerful card, too.
Yeah.
It's not just the glitter, it's also the power as well.
Yep. A trophy, a placement certificate, a playmat, Crystalia, Tia, and Evo promos as well. So, but, the real thing is the title of World Champion. And the game is just going to go ahead and begin here.
Fist bump out the gates.
So the overlay here should say it's Bellaboo versus Daniel Yanto. Forest Craft versus Dragon Craft, so we'll get that fixed up for you in just a second. But immediately, with a turn 1 fairy circle, getting the fairies right into the EX area, and you can absolutely just let them sit for a potential Born Burst conversion later, and an early Archer here as well.
Yeah, just kind of like setting up some board presence here. I like getting the fairies in early so she can use them for combo later as she sees fit. So, you know, to
Oh my god.
my dude.
Dragon Oracle off the top.
Turn
on
2
turn
Oracle.
2.
Oh, that's the spice.
Now this is a grand final.
Right, yeah, this is. All right. I mean, let's see how Bellaboo follows up, right? She does have some tempo here, so it would behoove her to apply some pressure while she can.
Right, before a conflagration comes out or what have you, but this Archer is actually not doing anything because there's nothing to ping. So at the moment, it's just a follower here.
Just kind of chilling.
Just chilling.
Just kind of chilling.
Just big chilling. And a 1/4 body is something to scoff at, right?
Yeah,
like it's hard to remove as well.
It can attack in for some damage, you know, and that's kind of what you want to do with this deck, right? You can't really like combo burst them down for 20, so you kind of have to chip them down to a more manageable life, you know, around that 10 life point area. And you know, this is the kind of thing. You want this early game pressure through all of your fairies and little followers.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the maximum burst is like turn 10, 5 Rose Thorn Burst, right? For 15 damage.
15 draw 5 cards.
And you have to be in a pretty good position to be able to do that. So.
Yeah, you need the full suite, too.
Yeah. So just being able to get some chip in is definitely very helpful. We're going to use the Lily here to go ahead and try and cycle.
Yeah, she's just establishing board presence, right? Just trying to get enough units on board so she can, you know, apply a little bit of pressure. Opting not to attack with the Archer there, likely leaving it up to play safe. You know, make it a little less vulnerable.
Mm-hmm. And of course, like the Archer also gets more value with its ongoing effect as well. So just leaving it up is pretty nice. Especially considering at 4 play points now, Bellaboo is probably considering a Hellflame Dragon could have traded over that Archer if you played it for the additional cost off of Dragon Song Flute. So just making sure that is not an outcome that can happen here.
Yeah, and she's got 2 fairies, like, you know, in the back pocket here. So that's representing at least a little bit of damage, you know, on board.
Oh, the Dragon Warrior, though, does come out with an evolution point for a clear on the Lily, because Lily on the Evolve is, of course, very, very strong, so you want to get rid of that ASAP. Archer, who cares? Okay, Lily, now that's the threat.
Yeah, exactly.
And we're even going to use a Blazing Breath to take out an additional fairy. Daniel really making sure that he cannot get tempoed down. Using a 1-drop removal spell to take out a token just shows the amount of respect Daniel has for the damage output of Bellaboo.
I really, now that we're seeing this, you know, play out, really like her not attacking with that Archer.
Yeah.
It was just really hard to kill. Like, Daniel couldn't even consider it.
Yeah, and now this Archer just gets to get free damage onto the Dragon Warrior.
Yep.
Which otherwise would just be a standing threat that could swing next turn.
Exactly. So instead of just kind of, you know, Bella losing her Archer, you know, sandbagging it for later and getting a lot of value out of it.
All right, that's going to try and take out this Dragon Warrior as much as possible, but it's still sitting there with a 3 defense.
Yeah, debating whether or not she wants to actually run out that fairy, and it looks like she is going to. Chip it down just a little bit more.
Just a little bit.
Daniel, you know, sitting without any play points, so he's just kind of like, let me know when my Dragon Warrior dies.
Yeah, because with no open play points, you can't actually respond with a quick spell anyway, so this is
Looking at Bella's hand, I do see an Ancient Elf and another Crystalia.
Ancient Elf doesn't have that many great targets right now, though, especially with no Elf Child May and especially no Harvest Festival, which is the one that you want to be getting the most.
Oh, here's Roach coming on in.
Roach getting buffed up as well from the Fanfare effect. And are we going to see an Evolve?
Looks like we might just see an immediate Evo, pardon me.
And swing to the Dome!
Yeah, dome it on out, I guess.
Holy moly, that's an aggressive play. But like you were saying, Bellaboo probably does need to accumulate at least 5 damage in order to get a Thorn Burst activation, right?
Yeah, leaving up a Dragon Warrior with 1 health remaining.
And the Erd.
Here's Erd.
Is going to be able to take out the Archer. No more free damage.
Get out of here.
Okay, seeing the Erd actually be relevant is quite awesome in the Grand Finals here. Taking out a follower from the EX area, not even giving them the courtesy of staying in the EX area to be transformed into a Thorn Burst.
Igni, that Erd was so much value.
Yep.
Cleared up the Archer and cleared up the Roach.
And now the Bellringer protecting the Dragon Warrior, which is only at 1 defense. So it's got to be either an Elf Child May or another archer off the top.
I mean, yeah, unless she wants to run out the Tia right now. So she's got Lily and Tia.
Lily, Marvelous Sunday, Ancient Elf, and Tia is her hand at the moment. So we're going to see a Lily here. Let's see if we can draw a card. Nope. No Pixies, unfortunately.
Yeah, whiff on that. We saw like a Execution, I believe.
Execution and Surefire Bullet.
Yeah, so those going to, yeah, it was Surefire Bullet going to the bottom.
But the Evolve here from the Lily is going to be able to target.
Yeah, probably just dunk the...
Ooh, the Bellringer. Deny the Dragoncraft any draw. And running in with the Fairy to destroy the Dragon Warrior.
That.
I like it a lot.
Yeah, clear up the board, make it nice and neat.
Leaving Lily up as well.
Yeah, Lily up. I mean, like, both players are at about a fairly healthy life, and both players do want to kind of chip their opponent down. For Dragon, you want to get him into that lethal range where you can do...
The Shenlong is drawn, and it discards Trail of Light, meaning that you draw not one, not two. But Abby Evolve getting the health back
just
immediately,
slam that down.
Getting the ward as well.
Going up to 21, just kind of like protecting his life. I mean, this is what you want to do, right? You want to protect your life. You want to stay out of that combo range. Just be nice and healthy. Pick off your board.
And then once you get double Dracos, then you're cooking.
And you're really playing for the late game here. We've seen it time and time again. You get those double Dracos and you just kind of grind your opponent out until you can get him into this like forte range where you can just burst them out of nowhere. And this is...
Wow, that Shenlong was high.
This is the pass to play.
But Marvelous Sunday is going to be able to bounce the Lily, and that means Bellaboo is probably going to be able to play Lily and get rid of the Shenlong.
Oh, she's going to dunk the Shenlong. Really interesting about this, Shenlong will not be able to Evo again.
Yeah, because it would deck you out.
Yeah, you just have the one, yeah. Oh, interesting.
Incredibly well played here from Bellaboo. That Marvelous Sunday card from Uma Musume is such a great supportive card for Forest Craft, giving them so much more bounce and utility. And Lily being able to be re-evolved here and taking out of Shenlong, essentially for not very much, like a free tempo, essentially, yeah.
I was looking at Bellaboo's hand. It looks a little awkward. She's got 2 Tias and an Ancient Elf.
Yeah, that is not great. And no draw engine to speak of at the moment.
A lot of just high-cost cards.
If she top decks a Harvest Festival, that's the best possible draw, I think, for her at this point in time.
That is gas, for sure.
For the Ancient Elf to bounce twice. Otherwise, Daniel at 7 is now in Overflow, meaning that you can take out the Lily and draw a card off of Serpent Wrath. And Dragon Warrior comes out being able to take out the Marvelous Sunday as well.
And yeah, he's just playing for the long game, right? The more turns that he can play, just cleaning up the board.
Oh, but she top decks Aria off the top, meaning that she gets to play the entirety of the Forest Army.
Dude, that's the absolute spice. And like, if you're not drawing the Harvest Festival, I think this is another great card to draw.
Goodness me, and of course Arya has ward as well, being able to protect her face, and now she's just like, where's my Rose Queen?
Yeah, where's the Rose Queen? But unfortunately, Rose Queen,
even with a
not
full,
lethal.
Yeah, even with a full 5.
Does draw you a lot of cards, though.
That's true.
So it can get you out of this awkward hand. Yeah,
but if you're spending your entire turn Thorn Bursting, then you're also like not developing tempo that way.
Yeah, that's very true.
It's a bit awkward here, especially if Daniel draws a Conflagration or something to deal with this board. Let's see what he's got in the tank.
I mean, so far, Daniel's had all the answers, right? Does he have the answer this time?
Oh,
interesting. So we got a
flute.
Nice little flute coming on down.
Playing it straight out for the Hellflame Dragon, and Hellflame Dragon is going to be able to run into this Aria. And another Bellringer as well.
Bellringer, yeah. Oh, who's going to Evo the Bellringer? Just shoot down Aria. Get it into range so we can just jam in
the Hellflame
to finish it off. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
But here's my question if I'm Daniel. Where's my rights?
Right, yeah. You got to get those rights. Rights plus flute is just inevitability if you can stay alive.
That's what Papa Igni always told me. I did not know what he meant until now.
This is what it's all been culminating towards.
It's become very clear now what he meant by rights plus flute.
Igni, my boy, rights plus flute. One day you will know.
One day you will understand. Dad, I don't know what a flute is. I'm 6.
What does rights mean? I don't get it.
All right, but this Hellflame is probably going to go ahead and run into that Aria if I had to guess, but Daniel kind of thinking about it. What if I just sit and board lock you?
Yeah. I mean,
What if he just board locks her?
I don't know. I mean, you could. That's true. I'm just like looking at the board. The only option Bella would have. I mean, she could run her. She could run her fairies into the. She could run her fairies into the ward and then just kind of go face. But other than that, she doesn't have much. She can't really like trade off her board.
I think this might.
That's what he did. Yeah, he just passed.
The board lock is insane! Now, even if you top deck a Rose Queen, you can't play it unless you bounce a card. So you need. It's forcing Bellaboo to have Nature's Guidance here.
Wait, what did she draw?
It has to be Nature's
Oh,
Guidance.
that's such a sweet play. Yeah.
I am so happy to see a board lock in Grand Finals.
Yeah, she's just like, you know, cleaning up the board, doing what you can. She can't do much. You know, just kill the bell ringer.
And that gives Daniel a draw as well.
Yep. And then all you can do is...
Oh, but she does get the
draw it.
Natures.
She drew it.
Oh my gosh. Add another bounce as well. She draws the Marvelous Sunday off the top.
Drawn right into the gas. 7 play points still available.
I cannot believe she got the Nature's Guidance off top. Otherwise, that would have been an insane lock.
She top decked the Aria too.
Yeah.
The top decks are
This
unreal.
is the pro tag versus pro tag, dude.
Right,
This is like when
exactly.
Jimmy Neutron and Timmy Turner met up in that one episode.
Oh my.
Oh my goodness, this is incredible.
So now,
This is top level Shadowverse of all gameplay right now.
And she went from having like no options to like all the options.
Yeah. Because now Marvelous Sunday can bounce another thing, but if it's not Rose Queen,
So
Ancient Elf.
She's got still double Tia Ancient Elf.
It's still a little awkward though.
Yeah,
it's still a little awkward.
It is quite awkward.
I think she might pass just to leave a slot open because she does not want to get caught in that same situation.
Yeah, no, that's rough.
Because that almost ended the career right there.
Yeah. Oh no.
If that Nature's Guidance wasn't drawn off top, man, that is ridiculous.
That was it.
What a crazy. By the way, me and Kel are both doing an insane gamer lean right now, looking into the monitor, because we are so intensely watching this game.
Get as close to the screen as possible.
The Ancient Elf does come out, trying to avoid a lock situation. Let's bounce a fairy back.
Yeah, get rid of that fairy.
But here's
Clean
the thing.
up some space.
Without Ancient Elf, if you top deck a Harvest Festival, you now have no draw engine. So it's a real consideration.
That's true.
You do still have Marvelous Sunday, but that's it.
She's got Marvelous. So she's just immediately gonna Evo this. I mean, I like this. I mean, she's basically establishing board presence.
Clearing up 2 spaces, yeah.
Yep. And she's like, hey, now I have a 5/5 with Ward. Now, you know, I also still have my Aria on board. So she's got board presence.
Honestly, that board lock, I think she's just actively trying. Oh,
we have Tia.
Okay, we're going to summon an
She
Eve.
has combo, yeah.
Okay, so now this is not a board you can lock because it's too big.
This is a huge board.
Yeah.
Like, if you try to lock this, you just die.
Yeah.
Right?
Especially if they have Silverbolt in hand. And Daniel doesn't know that she doesn't.
Like, what is this, math? 14, 15, 16 points of power on board? This is lethal on board, right?
And not to mention, she might still have more in the back, right?
Yeah,
so
exactly.
This is no longer an option. Although, we do see a Blazing Breath come out here.
Yeah, so Blazing Breath with the Overflow is going to be able to pick off, you know, a decent, you know, probably
either the Eve or the Aria. Yep.
Yeah.
So Eve goes out here.
Eve makes a lot of sense to me.
Yeah, you cannot lock this board. But that last turn play was so
That was
tight.
like, it turned from like, oh, she's locked to like, nah, now she's got some spice.
That was a true anime moment right there.
Yeah. You know, in live action, man.
My deck has no pathetic cards. Nature's Guidance.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Absolutely love it. So we have a Flute activation, discarding Trail of Light. You'll love to see it, immediately replaying it.
Where is Draco Answers Rights is my question, though.
Just digging for it. Just digging for it.
There's
Gertie Cap.
Oguri Cap, and we're going to go ahead and feed it a little bit of a carrot.
Yep, I would wager Bellaboo's not going to have much of a board after this turn.
And she's actually going to trade the Oguri Cap into the ward, of course, but it deals 3 damage to everything else. So Oguri Cap just being used as a clear here.
Just blowing up the board.
But you know, I think if you're Bellaboo, you're not too disappointed by that. Your Oguri Cap did not go face. Like that's a win in my book.
Yeah, Oguri Cap, and she kind of like worked herself out of a tough situation, but I mean she's still staring down.
Of course, the Hellflame and the Dragon Warrior still are able to go face.
Tons of damage, yeah. And then Daniel still has, you know, his Hellflame in the back pocket, which he's going to be running out. And he's just going to you know, establish his board presence. And once again, Daniel has lethal on board.
All right, Bellaboo is in a pretty tough situation. Can she make it out of this?
Oh, I think she drew a May. I do see a May in hand.
Yeah, I see May. We still have one Marvelous Sunday as well, so
Yeah.
you could maybe try and take out one of the Hellflame Dragons here.
Yeah, not a ton of bounce, you know, not what you'd exactly want to see. Though she can definitely combo and get
And this
her
does heal a
Tia
little bit as
going.
well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Just a little bit of damage here and there.
And Tia comes
Yep,
out.
Here's the Tia.
Yep.
And this is why Tia's good, right? It's just great board presence.
Get the Eve back.
Just 5/5 worth of power on the board from Tia.
And we might even evolve the Tia here, yes!
All
Buffing
right.
up the Eve, and I believe giving it a rush.
Yeah, this is going to be just back and forth, right? Just trading boards back and forth, trying to clean up as much as you can.
Yep, and
Plus one, plus one, a
the
rush.
May is able to take out the Hellflame Dragon, leaving Daniel with only one Hellflame on board.
Yeah.
What's off the top, though?
All right, let's see what he's got. We haven't seen any Fortes yet.
All right.
So Hellflame.
Hellflame goes face, putting Bellaboo down to 8 defense.
Oh, no.
Conflagration is able to clear the entire board.
Oh, no. All right. Yeah.
And Olivia
Oh, Olivia's just great value here.
healing the dragon.
It makes a lot of sense. He's just trying to stay as healthy as possible. He's like, hey, I'm not going to let you do your shenanigans. I'm going to stay out of your combo range. Even if you draw into your Rose Queen, I want to be safe. I want to make sure that you can't kill me out of nowhere.
But Silent Suzuka does come out, which might be able to... Yeah, it does deal with the Olivia here, potentially. Yep, putting it on the top of the deck, but that means
Yeah.
Daniel has another Olivia
Gets to do it
coming in.
again. Gets to do it again. Suzuki does get to come in for the nice little 5 storm,
Yep.
chipping him down.
Oh, but immediately Daniel draws an Olivia again, and of course Olivia on play gets to draw Daniel a card.
That's
so-
true. Yeah, that's true, and potentially gain some
Yep,
life.
there it is again, regaining back life to 17 and drawing a card.
Gain life, draw a card. Digging a little bit deeper.
Ooh, and the Blazing Breath is
Blazing
able to
Breath.
take out the Silent Suzuka, and there's the rights!
Yeah, this is it's not looking good, but that's
GG,
game.
looks like it's a
That's
concede.
game.
And that means Daniel Yanto, the 3rd place Jakarta Regional, is able to become the world champion. The first ever Shadowverse Evolve English Edition world champion. Congratulations, Daniel. I'm really trying my best not to sound
man.
biased right now.
Oh, dude, it was an amazing run, an absolutely amazing run.
Super happy to see somebody from like a community I actually interacted with in my hometown take it. Able to become the world champion from Indonesia.
Oh man.
After this, listen, I would have been totally fine with Bellaboo winning as well because her deck was incredible.
That deck was sweet, dude.
Incredible.
Yeah.
And both players played out of their gourd that game.
Dude, there was the board lock.
That board
dude.
lock was so smart.
Oh,
and
dude.
Bellaboo drew the only out. It couldn't have been any other bounce. It had to be Nature's Guidance.
Oh, dude, you said it. You know, you got a lot of like anime pro tag vibes going on.
Incredible.
Wouldn't have it any other way.
Congratulations. And honestly, congratulations to Bellaboo as well for becoming the runner-up. Like,
Yeah.
still walking away with a 2nd place, a trophy.
Incredibly impressive.
Amazing play. I have learned a lot, frankly, watching the players play today. And that board lock, I
Yeah.
can't wait to use that against somebody.
You know there's got to be people watching this that are like, oh, I'm going to go build Forest now. Like, I'm going to go put Rose Queen back in. Dust off your Rose Queens, put it back in.
Here's the top 8, and we do also have the 3rd place match here. Looks like Justin Mao was able to take it over Ryan Cade to win 3rd place. So that Uma Musume Super Turbo 7 more centimeters deck coming in 3rd place.
Nice.
So we got top 1 Dragon, then Forest runner-up,
Yeah.
and then, oh, Strange Turbo 7 more centimeters Uma deck.
Yeah, it was like this. It was a cool like deck that had a lot of effects that take cards from the top of your deck
Like
and put them in
Seeking
your
the Pearl,
cemetery.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like this kind of like wild list, to be honest.
So the top 3 decks,
Spice.
They were cooking. That Erd was relevant.
Yeah, dude, the Erd actually was like
That
awesome.
really matters.
It was a sweet 2-for-1, yeah.
Incredible games. Once again, big congratulations to Daniel Yanto for becoming the world champion. You walk away with, let me read out all of the prizes here. A foil promo Crystalia Tia and foil promo Crystalia Tia Evo. A rubber Alice Wonderland Dreamer alternate art playmat. Another foil promo of Tia and foil promo Evo of Tia, a placement certificate, a trophy, the World Champion 2023 title, a sponsored invite to the next Worlds, and a foil promo of the alternate art Alice Wonderland Dreamer. That's a lot of prizes, Daniel, so go ahead and take that home. Tell your family, tell your community. You did it!
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Amazing, absolutely amazing.
Incredible stuff. And guys, we are about to head into an award ceremony for each and every single one of the tournaments taking place here today. By the way, there's a lot happening in the same venue here at Akihabara UDX. So during that award ceremony, that's when the announcement that we've been teasing this entire time is going to happen.
Yes. Yeah, stay tuned for the announcement. There's going to be, if you haven't heard, a huge Shadowverse Evolve announcement that will be dropping very, very soon. It is incredible. You do not want to miss it. We have seen it. It is awesome.
Yeah, it is incredible. I saw the graphic and I literally, my jaw dropped to the floor, crashed through the building, and now I owe millions of dollars in reparations to Akihabara UDX.
We saw it and I was like, dude, look at this thing. Oh, it's so sweet.
So make sure you stay tuned for that. And of course, I believe we also have an interview with the winner coming up as well after the tournament, right? Oh, looks like we're not having an interview at the end of the day, unfortunately. You know what? Let Daniel rest, okay?
I mean, it's been a long day, and he's put a lot of hard work in.
I just got word that we're not having it. Yeah, you know what? Fair enough. If I just won world champion, I would want to celebrate immediately with the boys anyways.
Yeah, exactly. Go to your friends, you know?
Yeah.
Just have an excellent time. Very well deserved.
Absolutely. And I'm so happy that was the grand final. The narrative could not have been better, right?
No joke, I actually mentioned this sweet Roach, this Roach Rose Queen deck
just
to Igni.
Off the cuff.
I'm like,
a few days ago.
yeah, she came third place at the LCQ that I went to. It's really, really cool. And then she just made it all the way here to the finals. You gotta know she's gonna love the Tia promos that she got as well.
Oh, for sure.
Just immediately jam those in the deck. So cool.
And what a flex that is, right?
Yeah, it's like ultimate. Her deck is so tricked out anyway. It's this is just it's like the icing on it.
Incredible
so sweet
stuff. All right, guys. Before we go into a short break, we are going to have remember, after this, the award ceremony and the announcements. Do we have one more trivia? Do we?
Do we have one more trivia?
We do not.
No more trivia.
So if you did win the trivia, make sure to check your whispers, okay? Really important, because we are trying to reach out and get those boxes to you those packs rather, to you as fast as possible. And again, remember, if you were able to predict the winner, if you chose Daniel Yanto as your champion, you had the chance to win an exclusive playmat as well as both signed cards from both me and Chris Different Fights. So make sure to check your whispers, make sure you keep your eyes on that, because we are going to be reaching out to you to get those to you as fast as possible, right? But again, that's it from us for now. We're going to be back with the award ceremony and the very special announcement for the Shadowverse Evolve English Edition that is a world premiere, world first. So please stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. Stole the words right out of my mouth.
Yeah.
Back after this break.
The flame of Leviathan rises, and new heroes must answer its roar. Will you join the adventure? Booster Set 3, Flame of Leviathan, now on sale.
Introducing the first crossover set. Uma Musume Pretty Derby is coming to Shadowverse Evolve. Now on sale.
world by storm greets a second dawn. As a trading card game. Arise, warriors. Be anointed in light, and soar towards a horizon more brilliant than you've ever seen before. Shadowverse Evolve. Build a deck to conquer a new age. Choose from 6 classes. Swordcraft, Runecraft, Dragoncraft, Forestcraft, Havencraft. And the Shadowverse Evolve Original, Abysscraft. Further bolster your forces with cards from the versatile neutral class, and grow your power beyond reckoning. Storm the battlefield with powerful followers, or control the tides with masterful spells. The future glows at your fingertips. It is time for the newest chapter of our long, ever-shifting story. Shadowverse Evolve.
Family! My name is Millie Parfait from Nijisanji EN's third wave, Etheria! Today, we'll be taking a look at the upcoming collaboration between cards in Shadowverse Evolve, featuring me! Without further ado, let's take a look at my cards, shall we? First up, we have our one-cost card, which is called It's a Sweets Buffet. That's me and Lucy, stuffed after all that candy! Next, we have... Ta-da! That's me, a 6-cost card, Witch of Calamity, Millie Parfait! I'm just lazing with Lucy here. Oh, there's even going to be a special signed version of this card. Yes, I signed it. I'm gonna evolve too! And now, these are the leader cards you could use as your avatar in-game. I'll share my 7 million IQ with you and lead you to victory! Ding dong! Check out these token cards I drew myself. I even drew a Bellringer Angel reference on one of them. Please, use them however you like. Now, if you want to play with my cards, you could add me to an Earthright Runecraft deck. You can activate my ability to make your next spell cost 4 less, so you can play cards like Golem's Protection for free. You can even use this on your opponent's turn, so you could use cards with Quick, like Fiery Embrace, to surprise them. Oh, I also play well with Juno's Secret Laboratory, and Remy and Rami Witchy Duo, since I also create a magic sediment. And that's all the cards featuring me in the upcoming set. They'll all be available in the 3rd booster set, Flame of Lavatane, releasing February 2nd!
The flame of Leviathan rises, and new heroes must answer its roar. Will you join the adventure? Booster Set 3, Flame of Leviathan, now on sale.
Introducing the first crossover set. Uma Musume Pretty Derby is coming to Shadowverse Evolve. Now on sale.
Shadowverse, which took the world by storm, greets a second dawn. As a trading card game. Arise, warriors. Be anointed in light, and soar towards a horizon more brilliant than you've ever seen before. Shadowverse Shadowverse Evolve. Build a deck to conquer a new age. Choose from 6 classes. Swordcraft, Runecraft, Dragoncraft, Forestcraft, Havencraft. And the Shadowverse Evolve Original, Abysscraft. Further bolster your forces with cards from the versatile neutral class, and grow your power beyond reckoning. Storm the battlefield with powerful followers, or control the tides with masterful spells. The future glows at your fingertips. It is time for the newest chapter of our long, ever-shifting story. Shadowverse Evolve.
Conmelee! My name is Millie Parfait from Nijisanji EN's third wave, Etheria! Today, we'll be taking a look at the upcoming collaboration between cards in Shadowverse Evolve, featuring me! Without further ado, let's take a look at my cards, shall we? First up, we have our one-cost card, which is called It's a Sweets Buffet. That's me and Lucy, stuffed after all that candy! Next, we have... ta-da! That's me, a 6-cost card, Witch of Calamity, Millie Parfait! I'm just lazing with Lucy here. Oh, there's even going to be a special signed version of this card. Yes, I signed it. I'm gonna evolve too! And now, these are the leader cards you could use as your avatar in game. I'll share my 7 million IQ with you and lead you to victory! Ding dong! Check out these token cards I drew myself. I even drew a Bellringer Angel reference on one of them. Please, use them however you like. Now, if you want to play with my cards, you could add me to an Earthright Runecraft deck. You can activate my ability to make your next spell cost 4 less, so you can play cards like Golem's Protection for free. You can even use this on your opponent's turn, so you could use cards with Quick, like Fiery Embrace, to surprise them. Oh, I also play well with Juno's Secret Laboratory, and Remy and Rami Witchy Duo, since I also create a magic sediment. And that's all the cards featuring me in the upcoming set. They'll all be available in the 3rd booster set, Flame of Lavatane, releasing February 2nd!
The flame of Leviathan rises, and new heroes must answer its roar. Will you join the adventure? Booster Set 3, Flame of Leviathan, now on sale.
Introducing the first crossover set. Uma Musume Pretty Derby is coming to Shadowverse Evolve. Now on sale.
Shadowverse, which took the world by storm, greets a second dawn. As a trading card game. Arise, warriors. Be anointed in light, and soar towards a horizon more brilliant than you've ever seen before. Shadowverse Evolve. Build a deck to conquer a new age. Choose from 6 classes. Swordcraft, Runecraft, Dragoncraft, Forestcraft, Havencraft. And the Shadowverse Evolve Original, Abysscraft. Further bolster your forces with cards from the versatile neutral class, and grow your power beyond reckoning. Storm the battlefield with powerful followers, or control the tides with masterful spells. The future glows at your fingertips. It is time for the newest chapter of our long, ever-shifting story. Shadowverse Evolve.
Millie! My name is Millie Parfait from Nijisan GEN's third wave, Etheria! Today, we'll be taking a look at the upcoming collaboration between cards in Shadowverse Evolve, featuring me! Without further ado, let's take a look at my cards, shall we? First up, we have our one-cost card, which is called It's a Sweets Buffet. That's me and Lucy, stuffed after all that candy! Next, we have... Ta-da! That's me, a 6-cost card, Witch of Calamity, Millie Parfait! I'm just lazing with Lucy here. Oh, there's even going to be a special signed version of this card. Yes, I signed it. I'm gonna evolve too! And now, these are the leader cards you could use as your avatar in game. I'll share my 7 million IQ with you and lead you to victory! Ding dong! Check out these token cards I drew myself. I even drew a bell ringer angel reference on one of them. Please, use them however you like. Now, if you want to play with my cards, you could add me to an Earthright Runecraft deck. You can activate my ability to make your next spell cost 4 less, so you can play cards like Golem's Protection for free. You can even use this on your opponent's turn, so you could use cards with Quick, like Fiery Embrace, to surprise them. Oh, I also play well with Juno's Secret Laboratory, and Remy and Rami Witchy Duo, since I also create a magic sediment. And that's all the cards featuring me in the upcoming set. They'll all be available in the third booster set, Flame of Lavatane, releasing February 2nd!
The flame of Leviathan rises, and new heroes must answer its roar. Will you join the adventure? Booster Set 3, Flame of Leviathan, now on sale.
Introducing the first crossover set. Uma Musume Pretty Derby is coming to Shadowverse Evolve. Now on sale.
Shadowverse, which took the world by storm, greets a second dawn. As a trading card game. Arise, warriors. Be anointed in light, and soar towards a horizon more brilliant than you've ever seen before. Shadowverse Evolve. Build a deck to conquer a new age. Choose from 6 classes. Swordcraft, Runecraft, Dragoncraft, Forestcraft, Havencraft. And the Shadowverse Evolve Original, Abysscraft. Further bolster your forces with cards from the versatile neutral class, and grow your power beyond reckoning. Storm the battlefield with powerful followers, or control the tides with masterful spells. The future glows at your fingertips. It is time for the newest chapter of our long, ever-shifting story. Shadowverse Evolve.
My name is Millie Parfait from Nijisanji EN's third wave, Etheria! Today, we'll be taking a look at the upcoming collaboration between cards in Shadowverse Evolve, featuring me! Without further ado, let's take a look at my cards, shall we? First up, we have our one-cost card, which is called It's a Sweets Buffet. That's me and Lucy, stuffed after all that candy! Next, we have... Ta-da! That's me, a 6-cost card, Witch of Calamity, Millie Parfait! I'm just lazing with Lucy here. Oh, there's even going to be a special signed version of this card. Yes, I signed it. I'm gonna evolve too! And now, these are the leader cards you could use as your avatar in-game. I'll share my 7 million IQ with you and lead you to victory! Ding dong! Check out these token cards I drew myself. I even drew a Bellringer Angel reference on one of them. Please, use them however you like. Now, if you want to play with my cards, you could add me to an Earthright Runecraft deck. You can activate my ability to make your next spell cost 4 less, so you can play cards like Golem's Protection for free. You can even use this on your opponent's turn, so you could use cards with Quick, like Fiery Embrace, to surprise them. Oh, I also play well with Juno's Secret Laboratory, and Remy and Rami Witchy Duo, since I also create a magic sediment. And that's all the cards featuring me in the upcoming set. They'll all be available in the third booster set, Flame of Lavatane, releasing February 2nd!
The flame of Leviathan rises, and new heroes must answer its roar. Will you join the adventure? Booster Set 3, Flame of Leviathan, now on sale.
Introducing the first crossover set. Uma Musume Pretty Derby is coming to Shadowverse Evolve. Now on sale.
Shadowverse, which took the world by storm, greets a second dawn. As a trading card game. Arise, warriors. Be anointed in light, and soar towards a horizon more brilliant than you've ever seen before. Shadowverse Evolve. Build a deck to conquer a new age. Choose from 6 classes. Swordcraft, Runecraft, Dragoncraft, Forestcraft, Havencraft. And the Shadowverse Evolve original, Abysscraft. Further bolster your forces with cards from the versatile neutral class. And grow your power beyond reckoning. Storm the battlefield with powerful followers. Or control the tides with masterful spells. The future glows at your fingertips. It is time for the newest chapter of our long, ever-shifting story. Shadowverse Evolve.
Millie Parfait from Nijisan GEN's third wave, Etheria! Today, we'll be taking a look at the upcoming collaboration between cards in Shadowverse Evolve, featuring me! Without further ado, let's take a look at my cards, shall we? First up, we have our one-cost card, which is called It's a Sweets Buffet. That's me and Lucy, stuffed after all that candy! Next, we have... Ta-da! That's me, a 6-cost card, Witch of Calamity, Millie Parfait! I'm just lazing with Lucy here. Oh, there's even going to be a special signed version of this card. Yes, I signed it. I'm gonna evolve too! And now, these are the leader cards you could use as your avatar in-game. I'll share my 7 million IQ with you and lead you to victory! Ding dong! Check out these token cards I drew myself. I even drew a bell ringer angel reference on one of them. Please, use them however you like. Now, if you want to play with my cards, you could add me to an Earthright Runecraft deck. You can activate my ability to make your next spell cost 4 less, so you can play cards like Golem's Protection for free. You can even use this on your opponent's turn, so you could use cards with Quick, like Fiery Embrace, to surprise them. Oh, I also play well with Juno's Secret Laboratory, and Remy and Rami Witchy Duo, since I also create a Magic Sediment. And that's all the cards featuring me in the upcoming set. They'll all be available in the third booster set, Flame of Lavatane, releasing February 2nd!
The flame of Leviathan rises, and new heroes must answer its roar.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back. We just got done with the most hype first ever grand finals of Shadowverse Evolve English Edition for the world, and we crowned our champion. But you know what? A bunch of other games today are also crowning their champions, and we are about to head into the awards ceremony just after this. We just wanted to say thank you so much for watching, both from me and from you.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's been an awesome day of Shadowverse Evolve. Thank you for joining us for all, 10 rounds today. If you haven't caught all of the action, definitely check it back. There's some really, really fun and exciting games.
The best Shadowverse Evolve games I've seen, probably, I would say.
Like, no joke, is
that's not a hyperbole, yeah. But guys, we're going to go into the award ceremony for all of the games that were played here today at Akihabara UDX, but also, like we were talking about this entire time, there's a very big announcement for Shadowverse Evolve, so you guys have got to stay tuned and get excited, okay, because it's hype.
It is incredible. It's actually sweet.
But first, we are going into the award ceremony for every single game played here today. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
You'll need tactical acumen, gifts of great power, and strong alliances to claim the ultimate seat of glory. To kick off this launch, the first Glory Finder bundle, Guide to Glory, will be released in July. This bundle will feature 4 ready-to-play decks, so you and your friends can dive straight into the action. There will also be brand new cards exclusive to the Glory Finder format, so more information on the format will be announced soon, so do stay tuned. Are y'all excited? Yes? I know Chris certainly is. Okay, so let's keep this high as we move on to our prize presentation. Before we present them with their prizes, let's have a few words on today's events from Busho International CEO Shunichi Taira and voice actress Rin Tateishi-san. Taira-san to Tateishi-san, yoroshiku onegai itashimasu. So a word please from the both of you. Taira-san to Tateishi-san, 一言ずついただきたいと思います。まずはTaira-san、お願いいたします。
First, I want to thank everyone tuning into the stream from around the world. I also want to thank all of the players here who gathered for the World Finals. And I want to say congratulations to all the winners that we're going to present after this. But also congratulations to all the finalists, as making it this far is a really big accomplishment. So let's give each other a big round of applause. So thank you again, and we hope you continue to support us, and we'll try to provide as exciting and fun moments to everyone. So thank you.
Tateishi-san, please.
はい。改めまして立石凛です。皆さん今日は対戦お疲れ様でした。これからも、私たちと一緒にカードゲームを盛り上げていってくれたら嬉しいです。本日はありがとうございました。
So once more, she is Tateishi Rin, and she likes to greet everyone a good hard work for today and playing all your games for today. And she looks forward to more interesting, and she hopes to be able to play, learn more about card games in the future. Yeah. Hey, so thank you, Taya-san and Tateishi-san. Without further ado, let's have Taya-san and Tateishi-san present the prizes to our champions. So starting off first with white shorts. So calling for Christian Discipulo, Billy A. Doe, Stephen Thomas LaFollette,